Hello and welcome. I am the LastHPHero, and you have found your way to TPK Roleplay. We are so very glad you are here and hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we shall be working our way through the Dungeons & Dragons adventure module, Curse of Strahd. Seeking a new life, a former orphan finds work in a dark home. Her admirer worries for her safety, but the problem of stolen bones remains. First and foremost, no attempt to make this stream child appropriate has occurred. While necessary changes to problematic elements and material have been rewritten, this is still a dark and stormy Gothic horror story. This actual play stream contains adult language, descriptions of violence, and some light gore, scary images, and so long as the party is in and around Vallaki, there is always the possibility of clowns. And, generally speaking, a great deal of darkness. The players are here to bring the light. Safety tools are in place for our players, but you as a viewer do not have such a luxury. So if you know of any sensitivities related to those listed topics, please keep a teleportation spell prepped and ready just in case. But barring that ready to action, keep all barring that ready action, kick back, relax, keep all hits, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow button to be notified of the many wonderful TPK roleplay games going on. Click on the Discord link that I am sure will spontaneously appear in chat to join an amazing growing TPK community. And above all else, be good. That's the rule. Be good. Second death. It has been brought to my attention today that with the shift to TPK Roleplay, there are a couple of shout-outs that really need to be shouted out, and now's a great time to do that. So there's a couple thank yous that we want to start with. The fabulous theme for Darkest Night, Brightest Light is by Ryan, aka Sim, who can be found at the Simulacrea. That is Simulacrea. On Twitter, does an amazing job. I love the music work that he does. Reach out to him for any of your musical needs. Our 1930s vintage horror-inspired poster and icons were painted by Shayana Saeed. She is on the Twitters at Zaya. It's at XIAI. She did an absolutely amazing job. Was fun to work with, and I highly recommend her. Assorted mute music throughout our game, especially the dark folk themes, are all used with full permission. Leave us alone, Twitter music police. By the artist Ulvesang, who have a fabulous library on Bandcamp, findable at ulvesang@bandcamp.com, which is ULVESANG. Lots of thank yous, lots of great things go on to put streams together, and wanted to make sure the names go out there. Thirft, you may not know these amazing players, so let's change that. Everyone here will say hello, introduce themselves and their characters, plug other shows or projects they're participating in, perhaps ventures into full-time streaming they may be diving into, games they play, and if their character founded a cult, what would be that cult's core teaching? We'll find out. Beginning with our introductions in the upper left, just above my image. I have gone forward and back in time to use alternate TTRPG players to see all the possible persons to fill out this campaign. Out of 14,605 possible players, there was only one ideal choice. It's Niffer.
I understood that reference. Hi, I'm Niffer. I am playing Bright, the tiefling genasi artificer, with so many pets and babies. You can also find me at TPK tomorrow and the next day, because I am not one, not two, but 3 cool campaign shows with them. Tyranny of Dragons is on Thursday, and Frostmaiden Friday is going to be a hashtag that I'm trying to get started, so please help me out. Thank you. Bright's cult would be why can't we just stay together, please? Just you don't need to start fights over a mile away from me. Just yeah. I have a lot of feelings.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you here. Moving around our introductions in the top center of your screen, take one of the most brilliant RPers of our era and subject him to a 350 petajoule gamma ray blast. The result will be a monster of the table you will love even more when he's angry. It's the Noir Enigma.
Hey, I'm the Hulk. I'm Noir. Hey, everybody. I'm playing Uther. I made that last name just be an asshole. Yeah, I'm a full-time streamer now. You should check out my Twitter and Twitch at the Noir Enigma. I even have a Patreon. So yeah, what's up? That's me. Hi.
And if Uther had a cult, the core tenet
right.
would be...
If Uther had a cult, it'd be a death cult. It would be a cult of murderous babysitters. So half of the cult is about the best child rearing techniques. You know, how to raise up a upstanding individual, and then the other half of the cult will be about teaching the best methods for decapitation. Really synergizing with each other, I think. So yeah. That's my cult. Murderous babysitters.
A lot of overlap there. Her PC began the day it nearly ended. We found her with no character sheet. We made her one of us. She will live longer, stronger, superior. She has been reborn, but she has nothing she needs prove to you. It's Corndog McGraw.
Hi, friends. It's me again, Corndog. Yeah, I finally get to say, I'm in another show. I will be joining Niffer in Tyranny Thursdays. There we go. We'll get
Make that another hashtag.
Yeah, make hashtags live forever. What would Ficus? Oh, I'm playing Ficus, the halfling rogue / fighter. Because she will hide, but also punch you in the face. And if she were to have a cult, she would definitely be someone that was at Orange Theory or a Peloton type bullshit type thing, where it was high loud music, just constant, and all the cardio. You'd just be sweating profusely the entire time. And afterwards, you're oh my gosh, these biologically speaking, you're excited because your endorphins are pulsing through your body and you feel really good. And you're yeah, I did that. But that's when she would be and now let me tell you about this. And that's how she would get you to join her MLM program or something like that. She would be a part of some bullshit like that.
I thought it was going to be fitness, but with pickpocketing.
No, well, I mean, that's exactly what MLM programs are.
Okay, cool.
Except
cool.
Just a little bit more long-term pickpocketing.
Just more on board. Cool.
Yeah. So that's what she would do. That would be her cult.
We'll sign up shortly. I know we will. Continuing.
As long as we get 10 more friends to sign up with us.
You have to bring 10 friends or you're not allowed to sign up.
Correct. You guys get my pyramid scheme. With me at the top.
Continuing around to the bottom right corner of our portraits, he is the dice. The dice and he are one. To ignore the dice would be to ignore himself, which is tantamount to rejecting fate or faith, depending on how you roll. It's 1 in 20 D&D.
Let's not ignore fate, because it seems like that's what brought these characters together. So I am Gregory, and I'll be playing Leaf in the Sunlight of Summer. He is a Tabaxi Ranger. Specifically, he is a monster hunter. And I'm really enjoying this gray-furred Tabaxi. He is quite fun. So I am, let's see, what else am I supposed to say? My cult. So if I was in a cult, or if Leaf was the leader of a cult, it would be, let's see, he would be the, how do I want to say it? It would be all about the reverence and preservation of nature. That's sort of his MO. That being said, I should have I guess done my shout out, which is that aside from doing this awesome stream, I am also doing tons of stuff with the Dice Tyrants. So please come check us out when you have a minute. We do podcasts and live streams, and they are all amazing. And of course, they're on YouTube as well. So check it out.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Cole said to boost your volume just a little bit. Also, Gregory.
I did see that. I'm going to work on that right now.
Sounds wonderful. And last but not least, directly to my right in the layout, he will no longer watch from the shadows. He cannot. He must not. He will work to be the mechanical example of how TTRPGers of this earth should treat each other. He will show us the way to look after one another as if we played one single game. It's Robotic Gentleman.
Hello, I'm Robotic Gentleman. I'm just going to go forward and saying off bat that I am upset today because Persona 5 was not nominated for Game of the Year. That's because I'm a weeb. And now that I got that out the way, all I want to do is say hello. I'm going to play Solaire of Lathander today, our paladin. And I would say that Sol would probably have a cult of other non-humans, probably mostly robots, other Warforged. And it would be a cult of like those guys who give out the little flowers at the airports, like, have you heard of Lathander today? And try to pass out little pamphlets and stuff.
Sassy toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
Toddlers unite.
Have you heard the good news?
Oh, let's... yeah. There's a lot of evangelism going on in the Church of Lathander, apparently. Well, this is us. We are thrilled to be here and to bring everyone up to speed on the shenanigans this group has taken part in. I turn to Niffer and the wonderful Unicorn Journal of Knowledge.
I would like to point out, I matched my journal today. That's all. Okay. We're ready now. Once upon a time, the party has returned to Vallaki where happiness is enforced. They still had 2 of the rescued children from incidents in Bright's care, in addition to Tobias with Uther. The temple /and/or orphanage in Vallaki had been broken into and robbed of holy bones, and the sister there, who is 100% an angel in disguise, asked the party to investigate. So they went to the house where Yashka, a girl from the orphanage, just started working. Ficus and Sol tried good cop, bad cop to interview her, but it kind of just turned into Weird Jehovah's Witness /Weird Jehovah's Witness. That plan failed. And so instead they snuck Ficus in invisibly and talked to Yeshka, who mostly seemed afraid of maybe another basement cult. Which, you know, if I had a nickel for every basement cult we encountered, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. So the group headed back to the temple with this information, where a gardener was discovered to have known and loved Yeshka, and a zone of truth led to the knowledge that the gardener had stolen the bones and sold them to the coffin maker. I definitely almost said coffee maker just there. I'm tired. The zone of truth also led to Ficus releasing some feelings about worrying over the kids, and a big moment of empathy and personal growth, and also DM inspiration, led to leaving the 2 boys at the temple, and the party headed to go harass another NPC. The end.
An astute description, and exactly where we will pick up is outside of the coffin maker's shop, where, if I recall specifically, it was as a detect good and evil spell cast by the wonderful Ficus started to ping on the backside of the coffin maker's shop. So picking up right there outside this dilapidated and crooked shop in Vallaki, the city is yours.
Ficus is definitely going to continue walking around, but make a mental note. Like, something's not right here. And she's not smart enough to know that, but she knows that probably Sol, maybe Uther, would be able to kind of like figure out more if she brought them back. But she's going, now that she's like encountered that feeling, she's going slower as she's walking past, but also staying low enough to keep her head out of any window as she's walking, which is very easy for her.
And you confirm as you circle the building that every single one of these windows is shuttered shut and essentially boarded up tight. There was no looking in, no anything as you went around. There was a back door that you walked past, and that was about where that pinged.
All right.
Spells pinging is a thing.
Yeah, ping. Your potatoes are ready.
We'll give it a little more
There's
flavor.
a spell
As you
for that?
went around the back of the coffin maker's shop, there was this odor that you started to smell. One that you didn't smell anywhere else. It was a smell of rot, of decay. You know that it wasn't physical. You know it was ethereal and arcane.
Oh, gross smell. Okay, I am going to walk over to Sol, who has been part of my good cop, bad cop now for a hot minute, so my current partner in crime, and be like, do you know of any magic that would smell bad that could also be related to, I don't know, undead or bad things? Can you smell?
No, I cannot smell it all.
Oh no!
But
yeah, that was. She just
no.
thought about that too.
Good job, though. No, I believe. Do I have a spell? I think for a minute. But I thought no, because I only have.
To clarify, she knows that there's undead in the back of the building.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a coffin makers. It's to be expected.
There's a 98.
Not just dead things.
Yeah, she knows what natural dead smells like, and this smelled like not natural dead.
Okay.
Hey, Uther, since you can smell, you want to come smell something with me? It kind of smells like death, but worse.
Why is it anytime anyone asks to smell things, it's never a pleasant one?
Hey, I gave everybody flower rocks, okay? Those smelled good.
To be fair, we haven't been in a bakery in this entire experience.
We just walked through an orchard.
Yeah,
Rose garden.
stop and smell the
Rose
garden.
garden.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, the orchard is like the place that we're just leaving right now.
Yes. Did anyone ask me to smell any of the flowers?
I gave you one.
Well, yes, but you didn't tell me to smell it. And he just goes with you.
She just like crosses her eyes. And just walks him over to the area, towards the back door, actually.
So as you go around toward the back door, the spell Detect Good and Evil stays up for a little bit, so you can still smell it, but Uther, you don't smell anything.
I smell nothing.
You can't smell this?
No.
Ficus is like she just looks pale, like, here, try this, and she'll set the stone inside of his hands to see if he can then smell it. I don't know if that's how magic works, and neither does Ficus.
So Ficus hands over this seeing stone that you picked up in the basement of the death house a couple days ago. And Uther, as you look at it, there's this smoke within the glass that shifts and moves around, but no, it doesn't transfer the spell to you or anything like that.
It's a very nice rock.
It smells so bad. And she just takes the stone out of his hands. Just trust me when I say that there's definitely undead behind here. I know we tried to have Sol do it before, but now I don't know what's going on with Sol.
Would you like to destroy the undead?
Almost always.
If there's a door, he opens the door.
So you've got a front door where you guys were rebuffed.
Oh yeah, I was harassed, but I was being sassy.
Essentially, the back door is where Uther and Ficus would be. I'll toss you guys up there. So you guys, essentially, this is where she is hitting this proximity on the spell that she has up. And yeah, there is a door there. You reach out to try it, and it's locked.
Okay, well.
I could, if we want to do it quietly, I could attempt to do it quietly. opening
Of
the
course.
opening of the door.
Of course. Go for it.
This
Yeah.
is the same roll, so I'm using it. Did that go?
We love it.
Nice.
25.
You reach out, you start working the lock a little bit, and it doesn't resist you at all. You hear the lock open, and the door just very quietly slides open.
It's open. I'm gonna go walk and get the other guys really quietly. Well, if you want to stay right here or go inside, it's up to you. Let me just go grab the other guys quietly. And then
Okay.
Vicus is gonna walk away to go grab the other guys, and I am also going to step out for a brief moment because the world is ending in Minnesota. So
All right. I walk in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm very willing to doubt that Uther does wait.
So Ficus circles
What did
back around
I
to the front of the
just
building to get
say
to the rest of you.
about not starting fights away from me?
You're
What
within
did I just say?
feet of each other. So we're going to give Uther just a few seconds on his own, and you guys will then come around the corner. Uther, you enter this room. The shop is actually well cared for. It's clean. You look around, and in this L-shaped room, there are a number of completed coffins sitting throughout the space. Some of them appear maybe to be on display. They have some different designs. Some are more ornate than others. Some are just simple boxes. You count 13. There's 2 doors to the south, 3 doors to the south.
How many different times can we put the number 13 in our spooky number 13 session?
I'm gonna start opening the coffins.
All right. Sounds good. Go ahead and move up to one so I know which one you're going to open, and I'll let you open 2 of them before they show up. You reach down, you lift the lid. There's this is one of the more ornate coffins you look at. There seems to be some religious iconography on there. There's a little bit of a latch in order to keep it closed because this is Barovia, and well, they're taking any precaution they can. You undo the latches and slowly lift, and the inside has, it's not satin, it's not cotton, it's like this linen material that's in there to soften it a little bit. But other than that, it's empty.
All right. Next, we're gonna move over to this one.
This one's just a simple wooden box. The latch is nothing more than an eye hook, and when you undo the eye hook and lift it, it is an empty wooden box. And about that time that you're picking it up, looking it in, and realizing it's empty is when everyone else turns the corner on that side of the building.
Well, if nobody says anything, I'm gonna open the third one.
Just the way that this is arranged, it looks like we're all just stacked on top of each other, peeking out from the edge of the door, like catching Uther mid-act of like, oh, yeah, I was opening the coffin.
Yeah,
Yes.
one
Yes.
hand is opening the coffin, the other hand has his great axe ready to just fucking bring it down on whatever's inside.
Soul steps in, and Soul's going to use his divine sense again.
Okay. Now remember, your divine sense does not work if something has complete cover.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Pick open all of the coffins and then divine sense.
Well,
The 2 of you in there are going to hear some movement at this point, and this angry old guy comes out of this room down here. The door opens and shuts. The rest of you hear it. Hey, what are you doing in here? Get out of my house! Go! I'm closed.
Shut up!
His eyes get huge. You don't understand. He'll kill us.
I'll kill you.
Can I walk in too?
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm not gonna stand on the coffin. Hang on, I need to grab my dog. Okay. There.
Henrik kind of just backs up a little bit and gives you just a little bit of space.
Soul tries to approach him. Can I roll a persuasion to try and calm him down?
Go ahead.
All right.
21. As you approach him, what do you say to calm this frantic man?
Let's see. Just holding up my hands to him like you know, like he was a wild, like just trying to ease him down. Say, be at ease, friend. We mean you no harm. If there's anyone that you're worried about, we can protect you. But I need something that you got from a young woman back at the orphanage.
He backs away from you. He calms a little bit, and his demeanor shifts, and it goes from this upset confusion to just he just looks scared. He looks very scared right now. No, I did what I had to survive. I'll live. That's the important thing, I guess. But no, the bones must stay here. The plan must go through. Please, just leave. Leave this place. Leave Vallaki. Leave Barovia. Just leave us be.
How many children are going to die because of what you have done? Do you know what the bones were doing there?
No.
It was a relic of the orphanage.
I won't hear
Keeps
it.
the children safe.
No. I won't hear it.
You are condemning those children.
If I could, I would like to approach this man.
Uh-oh.
I would like to grab him just by the shoulders.
All right. He's not resisting physically in any way. So,
my friends tell me that you took something that was protecting children. Where is it? I will ask one more time. And then the ripping and the tearing starts.
What?
The bones are upstairs. What?
Very good.
So are the vampire spawn.
So what?
Even better.
No! That is what we fought at the last temple!
You wanted to know where the bones were. We know where they are. We know what's guarding them. We faced them before.
And almost died!
So do better.
Old man, how many of them are there?
They've been arriving for days. There were 4 originally, but I think more may have come. There's at least 4, 5, 6. I don't know.
Do I think he's lying?
Make an insight check.
He looks. He probably looks.
Can I join him on this?
But just that could all be a show.
What if he's a vampire spawn?
I mean, anything's possible.
Oh, I don't want to say that.
Really want me to burn a divine sense just for that?
Oof.
No.
That's only a 10.
And then Uther, I said you could join. Yep. So an 11. The two of you, he appears afraid. Seems more as though he's maybe been cowed rather than bribed. Please, just go.
I was going to approach the man that hopefully Uther has already let go.
What time of day is it?
When I see someone coming, I'll just kind of throw them to you.
It is 5 o'clock, and in Barovia, 5 o'clock is sundown.
Okay.
I'm metagaming that I miss you, Uther.
It's not metagaming for Bright. She knows these things.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Nothing. Bright is just solving a conspiracy board in the background with some red string. It's fine.
No, I'm just saying I missed you, Uther. That's all I'm saying.
You get tossed an old man who's quite frightened.
Right. Well, I just listen to me. Just go back to the orphanage. As for what was her name? Sorry, that
Sister
name.
Velasco.
Sister Velasco. Confess what you've done. She will protect you. And then I just push him back towards the door.
He stumbles across the room and starts heading toward the door and says, "No one can protect us from him. No one." He makes to go by Leaf to leave. And he leaves.
All right, I'm going
Everyone.
upstairs.
I suggest you wait. I suggest you wait. I perhaps know something that would be good for you to know before you went up there.
What?
Do you know why the whole land is dark all the time?
Because the weakness of Barovians.
It is because vampires function better at night. Look outside. Is it about to be night? I suggest if you're about to confront them when they are the weakest.
How much time do we have? Leaf's gonna poke his head outside and try to determine that.
So as you look outside, the sky of Barovia is always dark. It's always overcast. But you can see out toward the west just the last sliver of this weak Barovian sun passing below the horizon. Effectively, it's no longer day.
Uther is going to actually go down he went up 2 steps, but he's going to go down the 2 steps and just head Tobias over to Bright.
Mm-hmm.
So which door are you going through?
I'm going up the stairs.
Uza!
It's best to settle it now.
It is best to settle it when they are weakest.
Sol turns to Bright and says, "Look, I can't risk them leaving. I gotta get it now. They may not be here tomorrow to deal with." And he follows Uther up.
And Uther just shouts down the stairs, "They're weakest when they're dead."
I'm just gonna
They are
call
dead
my
already,
dog
though,
in.
so that doesn't make sense. But Leaf is gonna
I'm
look
calling
at
my doggo in.
yeah, Leaf is gonna look at Bright. Reluctantly looks to Bright and Ficus and says, "Well, goodness, I guess we better make sure those 2 idiots don't die."
I haven't not gotten a chance to silver anyone's weapons, have I?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead because I am #desperate. I'm gonna take out 3 of the silver pieces and just put them in their hands and be like, "I did not have time to fix your weapons, so perhaps I guess just hold one of those against them and just shove through the silver and see if that helps. I don't know. This is that crazy." Go. Just do the whole thing where I just push Leaf again.
Yep. Leaf snags the coins and then
Silver dust is the
rushes
best way I'm
towards
going
the
to get at this point.
he'll grab the coins and rush towards the stairs.
I try and
Quietly.
hand Ficus some as well.
Ficus has 2 magical weapons.
Oh, that's true. I did fix her knife already, you're right.
And she already had a magical dagger.
Yep.
And Sol, as you start to go up the stairs, your warhammer begins to glow ever so faintly. Uther, at the top of these rickety stairs, there's a door to your right and a door to your left. Both are closed.
I'm just going to stop at the top and look at Sol. So, which way do we go?
Only Lathander knows, but
Oh, and as soon as he say that, he kicks the first door he sees. It's gonna be who kicked the one on the left. He tried.
All right.
I said he didn't even let me finish my statement.
Get that god shit out of here.
You kick this door, and it doesn't stay. It's a flimsy interior door. It slams against the wall. And looking inside, You can see what appears to be maybe a small kitchen. There's a table, chairs, nothing particular note. Another door on the other side of the room.
See, this is why we should have prayed first.
Kick the other door that's in this room.
So you kick the other door at the top of the stairs.
The prize is gone.
You kick that door open, and it also gives very easily. Slams, kind of bounces back off the wall and relatches. But since you broke the latch, it then slowly reopens. And inside there, you see directly in front of you a box, some piles of wood. Looking in, it seems to be a large storage area of sorts, full of scraps of wood, boxes, building materials.
I'd like to investigate to see if I can find anything of use or perhaps some bones. I love how nervous Bright is right now.
It's not Bright. It's Niffer.
I love how nervous you are. Oh, 1 week with me away. Did you forget the dumbassery that Uther brings to this moment?
Okay, literally though, you were gone, and all of us decided that we had to step up and be the dumbass. Like there was no one dumbass. All of us were being dumbasses.
It was a joint.
How it should be.
It was a joint dumbass effort. Yes. As you guys start going up this, as the back group, I'll pause as this second door gets kicked in. Ficus with Leaf and Bright is going to say, guys, it stinks up here.
Yes.
Yes, I think I'm beginning to smell it as well.
Really? Oh. So Soul, you're stepping in the storage room.
Yeah, right behind him. Warhammer at the ready.
I am investigating the storeroom.
Okay. Feel free to walk at your leisure.
I find nothing. I'm too mad.
So Uther, you kind of go over and you kick at a pile of wood over there. You kick at a box. And don't make it very far in the room at all. Soul, as you go in, you see exactly what you see in the map. There's a number of boxes, there's piles of wood, there's barrels full of nails, everything you need to build a coffin.
For my edification, were the coffins downstairs empty or full?
The two that were opened were empty.
Cool. Okay. This is fine.
The old man did say they were upstairs, so we're gonna take his word at that.
Can't you ask your god to be useful for once?
Unfortunately.
Soul, as you walk toward the back of that room, the gentle glow of your hammer increases with every step. As you find yourself standing next to this box, it's warm to the touch.
Is Uther still standing at the top of the stairs?
I think he made his way in the room a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in the room with Soul.
Is Soul able to open the box?
How about everybody go ahead and stand where you want to stand, and we'll have you open a box.
Leaf will sort of do his typical thing and get to some high ground, so he'll go up on the box in the corner. Crouching as cats do.
I will back that play, and my dog will be looking after the dumbasses.
He turns to Bright and says, Bright, is it possible that they can do the same thing you managed this afternoon, turning invisible? Is that something they can do?
Who? Usa? No.
Oh no, the spawn.
Oh.
Is it possible we can't see them right now?
I'm gonna think about that, DM, when I have any idea. And while I'm thinking about that, I'm also just gonna. Just in case.
Why don't you go ahead and just make a perception check while
Okay.
Soul opens the box?
Okay. Perception. I'm so good at that.
I suppose
It's a
that's
16.
nice.
What's in the box?
Stop it.
What's in the box?
That's how we
You
hope.
look around the room, and there's some dirt on the floor.
Oh.
Besides that, not much else.
Wait. Nipper knows coffin dirt. Bright doesn't know coffin dirt.
Soul, as soon as you open this box, there's this loose, loamy soil on the top. And when you look in, 2 claws fly out and slash at you.
Oh no! This is right when Corndog is back.
I think it would probably be a good idea to roll initiative.
Oh.
Hell yeah, I'm so glad I came back.
Yeah. We're
God
glad you
damn,
came
I'm
back.
ready.
So we walked into the back room, found some empty coffins. Bright was like, hey, y'all know that vampires are stronger at night. That's why it's darker in Barovia. And we decided Resident Himbo was just gonna go kick in some doors. So we're upstairs now.
Oops.
Uther was apparently ready for it with a 21.
I don't know why it's having me roll advantage on initiative. I'm not clicking the advantage button.
Because you're cool.
You get advantage on initiative because you have a dagger of alarm.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
that's right. I'm so awesome, you guys. Look at me.
You are very awesome. We are so glad you're here.
I came here to kill shit and raise babies. And right
You're all
now,
out
Bright's
of
holding my baby.
Amazing.
Thinks about this all week. That's what he does.
Yes.
In regard to the box being open, a claw comes flying out. Does a 20 hit you, Soul? For 7 slashing damage.
Barely.
And make a strength check, either athletics or acrobatics.
Right. Let's see.
One claw slashes across you, and the other grabs a hold of a chink in your armor, and rather than pulling you close, pulls itself up as a vampire rises from the box. These didn't go in order. Yeah, they did. Uther, go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, no time to lose. Let's get it. Wow. Well, welcome to the party. I rolled a 12.
You bring your axe down, it sticks in the side of the box. Vampire just turns it in, hisses.
In response to its hiss, I just kind of pull my axe out of the box and get my face right in his and just go, "Ah!" And I'm gonna rage.
Sounds good.
And when I do, the shadow of Goliath ancestors will appear in front of Bright.
We're
good.
back, baby.
Leaf, it is your turn as there is a vampire halfway out of a box of dirt that has a hold of Soul.
Yeah. So Leaf was more or less ready for it, and he's, of course, going to take aim with his bow. Let's see, I gotta do a couple things here. So I think it's a bonus action, I get to declare my Slayer's Prey. Yep, as bonus. Yeah. So I will designate the first one I saw as my
You'll
prey.
Desecrate.
Desecrate. He will be
Yes.
desecrated. I'm gonna go ahead and try a sharpshooter for my first attack here, and see what happens. So here we go with the longbow.
Oh,
Ooh,
I could have
That's a
deflected.
19 to hit.
I could have deflected Soul's head. I'm a dumb.
As Leaf takes a shot, there's this Soul is being pulled back and forth, and in this moment when like Soul's arm goes up, this arrow passes beneath his armpit and sinks into the vampire spawn in the box.
That is 27 piercing damage.
27. As your arrow finds purchase and begins to push its way into the vampire, it slows on its approach and comes back out just a little bit. It doesn't seem quite as effective as you would think.
Sure. But, however, seeing as how effective that attack was, he's going to follow up and try it one more time.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
17, same thing. Again, Soul's like body's shook the other way, and as one arm flails up, one arrow, as the other arm flails up, the second arrow.
22 points of damage.
22. Both arrows pierce and come out just a little bit.
That's magic. Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of like frustrated that he can see that
Work on it. I'm sorry.
that our arrows are piercing, but it's not quite doing what he was hoping, even though he knows those were like amazing shots. So he's just kind of cursing to himself, and that's all.
Soul, you are grappled by a vampire coming halfway out of a box. You're also muted.
I still got my Warhammer?
Yes.
All right. So I am going to swing my Warhammer with a Divine Smite. I will use a first level for this one. And let's see.
You can wait to see if you hit before you call it.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's go.
And
Warhammer.
then when you do hit, you can choose whatever level you want to.
19 to hit.
19 is going to hit.
All right, and I'll use a level 1 smite. Is the smite? Where's my smite button? Wait, nope, there it is. Never mind.
Your hammer starts to fall, and as the hammer goes, it starts to pick up momentum and light and warmth. And when it strikes against the side of this vampire, there's this burst of light. And the vampire just screams.
Yeah.
Get your regular damage, too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not even close to enough damage. There we go. So it's 7. The radiant from the smite should be... It should be 3d8 instead of 2d8. So roll one more d8.
All right. That one ought to be right here. 1d8. Boom.
All right, so that is 18 radiant damage and 7 bludgeoning damage.
Wait. Oh, okay. That was a.
Yeah, you hit the radiant button. It just rolled radiant. So
I see.
your hammer bursts, and the flesh of this. With you this close, you can see it looked like they might have been a fighter at one time, but like their armor has started to decay. They were likely some adventurer from years in the past. And with that explosion of damage, the flesh crinkles and begins to burn. 4, 5.
You have 2 attacks, right?
Yes, I do actually. You're
I'm
right.
waiting for more to appear because I don't think it's that easy.
And then I guess his second one will be a non-radiant one across her head. Well, backswing. Say. Oh, wait, that's damage. You walk away from roll 20 so long you forget how to use it. All right. And
Oh, yeah.
25 will definitely hit.
Oh, don't worry about the radiant.
Yep, and 11 damage. And as your hammer strikes, When you hit the vampire spawn in the basement of the church in Barovia, you could feel it bounce off when you hit. It just wasn't as effective as you thought. But this, as your hammer strikes, it sinks in deep. And you do full damage to it.
All right, and that, I guess, what? Does it require an action to fight off the grapple?
If you want to fight off the grapple, yeah, it's an action to try and get out.
I only get one action, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good then.
I'm sorry, I forgot that my dog could have helped you.
Ah, it's cool.
Right, it's your turn.
Well, my dog's gonna help him now, and do an attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to get little baby soul to. Can my steel defender try and pull him off so that like it breaks the grapple on his own, or is it just I've to just do damage with my steel defender?
I will let you either attack with it, or if you want to do the grapple break for him, I'll let you attempt that.
I'm gonna look it up in case it's actually in the stat block, because I want to be an honest player here.
Yeah, if it has a special ability, then I wouldn't know.
It has it can use one of the actions in its stat block or the dash, disengage, help, hide, or search. It can do searching? That's so cool. He's such a smart little pupper.
Well,
And then his actions are an attack and then repair, so maybe not breaking the grapple.
it's
is
still
helping.
Soul's mini-me, though, right?
Yes.
It's my mini-me! Not his!
It was just named after me.
I mean, he just
Named
looks
after.
like Slayer, that's all.
Yes, it is a miniature soul.
It's up to you. I'm fine with, instead of attacking, breaking a grapple.
Alright, he will do that. He will
Okay.
try and break the grapple.
Let's,
He'll like come around here.
All right, and it is going to be athletics instead of acrobatics to try and do that.
Wait. I need to get his stat block then. Okay. Oh, he has +4 for athletics. That's great.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no!
oh no.
The little mini soul reaches up and grabs the hand, and even though it doesn't have any facial expression, it seems desperate and it's tugging, but the vampire doesn't seem bothered at all.
Little buddy.
Still Bright's turn.
Now I am sad. But okay, Bright is going to go away, baby soul. Do I have a clear shot at him, or do I have to move to get into a shot?
You're fine. You've got a shot.
Sweet. I will reach into my own pocket and I will pull out another silver coin and just hurl it and cast catapult on it.
All right, catapult away.
With a yes,
Dex
catapult
save.
is
It's a
a
dex
dex
save.
save actually, not an
Dex
attack roll.
Love it. Oh,
So
Beans.
as the silver coin comes flying towards it, the vampire pauses just long enough to its head just shifts slightly, and the coin goes flying past
Can
its
I use my inspiration to make him re-roll that? No.
No.
Okay. Then I'm just sad and out of dime.
Okay, all done.
just blasts through the side of the house.
I'm so unhappy.
There is the rattle of wood as the other boxes in this room begin to shake.
I got the baby. Oh no.
You start hearing the breaking of wood as 5 more of these vampire spawn break forth from the boxes throughout this room. The one grabbing soul turns around and goes, "Kill them all. We'll deal with the orphanage later." The one with a hold of soul is going to make 2 attacks. A 7 completely misses, and then it's going to pull itself the rest of the way out of the dirt to stand on top of it and try and bite into Soul's wooden and metal and stone neck. And as it starts to clamp down, What are you made of? And the others move in to attack.
Sunshine and light and everything nice.
I was gonna say divine retribution.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, now is when you need to just go
take 16?
full kamikaze and just explode in divine radiation.
There we go. Do I take
So
16?
the two next to Uther each slash at him.
One of them has disadvantage because of my pupper.
And they
I
also.
thought your pupper is helping Soul, right?
The pupper just imposes disadvantage on any enemy he's within melee of. So,
Okay, so
I figured that one.
yep. So this here, 24 to hit, 7 slashing damage to Uther.
All right, so that's gonna be half.
And then it's going to claw you with its other hand, and its other claw just rakes across you and does nothing. The one next to it tries the same thing. It has disadvantage because of the Steel Defender, so a 17 to hit.
That is my AC.
So for 8 damage from it.
So that's 4 damage.
And its other claw is a natural 1. Wow, these things are rolling awful. It's great. So one claw finds purchase, the other one slashes at you and misses you head entirely. This one next to the Steel Defender is going to attack it. See why not? A 23 to hit the Steel Defender.
It had disadvantage because I have. Are you talking about the one beside me?
Nope, it's this one right here.
I got nothing on that one.
Yeah, that's gonna hit the good boy.
He has disadvantage.
It's going to deal 6 damage.
Okay. It's fine.
And then it's going to claw again for a critical hit. So this,
It's fine.
the first claw is going to rake across it. The second one's going to reach out, wrap around its head, and just pull off its face, revealing whatever it is that's behind the faceplate before it crushes
It's full Alphonse Elric, just empty back there.
the soul-shaped hole and tosses it behind it. So the one next to it then will move in, and those two are going to attack Soul, who's grappled. So they will have advantage. A 25 for 7 damage. An 18 for
I'm
7.
very sorry. Forgive
Just
me.
the
How much
18
was the
minutes.
second hit to my robot?
13.
It was 13 damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Does an 18 hit, Solar?
I think-
18 is my armor.
So an 18 does hit. So that's 14 total. The one directly next to you is going to do the same. And they can't bite because it specifically says the vampire. So one of them misses, the other one hits for 11. So you take a total of 25 damage. The one that was first kind of summoned from the box looks up and its flesh is smoking. Rip them to pieces. Ficus, it's your turn.
You might be muted, court dog.
I am muted. Thank you. I don't want to make you guys hear me cough. But these like slabs of wood directly ahead of me,
Yep.
are those like boxes or is that just like a pile of wood? The question
Piles
is,
of wood.
can I hide behind it?
You can.
Excellent. Not gonna worry about that right away because first I am going to bonus action cast. Where did it go? This is just so you have the text. Oops, never mind. That wasn't the text. LOL. But I'm casting divine divine favor. There we go. Divine favor. So that way I get radiant damages.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start just popping and locking some arrows, and I'm first going to shoot the vampire who just spoke to Soul in that way, because
Okay.
I refuse to listen to this. Or, like, that mentioned killing them. She don't get to talk no more. Or he, or they. Here we go. You. No. That does not work.
So you release an arrow. The arrow goes flying, and with its free hand, it just bats it out of the air.
Nuts. Okay. I can't see anything. Ficus. Ficus is going to move just a little bit closer.
Sure.
Can she stand on top of these wood piles? Real question.
If you'd like to, that's fine. They're a little unstable, but you think
That's
if you
fine.
get hit or something, you might have to try and keep your balance.
Did anything pop out of this box?
No. That box is still closed.
According to my little ball of goodness, detect good and evil, do I feel like there's anything in that box? Because she wouldn't have walked towards it. Because she knows that they're within like 30 feet. Like where they are.
Because of the way the 30 feet proximity triggers. Yeah, no, you don't. It doesn't even trigger until you start walking closer. So no, there was nothing in that box.
Okay. Then she will stand here behind this box.
Sounds good. Uther. You are surrounded by vampire spawn. And
Awesome.
one has a little-
I am going to start praying.
Yeah.
And,
Same.
I'm gonna
Thoughts and prayers?
I'm gonna start praying in my abyssal language, basically asking for death to help me here. And we're gonna. Are there any windows? Question.
There's a
Do
window.
not-
There are a window on either side of you.
Do
Like,
not get back on
they're
your
both
BS and
closed and
chucking things downstairs. Do not.
I would like to make a grappling check.
All right. Are you grabbing the one that's grabbed soul, or are you grabbing a new one?
Oh no, fuck so.
Oh.
The one right in front of me.
All right.
No.
So roll to hit it first.
So it's not just athletics. I gotta roll a hit. Just checking.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm doing it with my great sword or my great axe. What the hell is going on with me?
You reach out to grab it, and it just slides out of your grip.
Okay. I'm really like Roll20 is killing me. I'm gonna start using physical dice here in a
For
second.
real, I am about to know.
Then I guess the only thing that I can think to do at that point is to move my shadows in front of Soul.
Yeah.
And tell Bright to run.
Uh-huh. It's already the plan, buddy.
And then I'm just gonna, if I have enough time, I'm gonna make a snide comment to Soul. Just as the shadows come up to protect them, I'll go, somebody has to do it because clearly Lathander has it. And that'll be my turn.
Leaf, you are up.
So, Leaf did not move the previous turn. So,
Correct.
Leaf is going to use his feline agility, and he's going to run. And as he does, he cries out, he says, Solaire, let me assist you! He's going to run up behind Solaire and touch, if he'll let me, Solaire on the shoulder or wherever he can. And he would like to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Solaire.
I did look this up because I found it weird. Uther, as a level 5 barbarian, you do have 2 attacks.
He's not level 5.
He's not level
4.
I'm a level 4 cleric, I'm a level 4 barbarian, level 1 cleric.
Sorry.
That is why I have been begging for this extra level.
It makes sense. That slipped my mind completely.
Please help us. We
Please
multi-class
help.
like idiots.
Y'all amateurs.
All right, protection of good and evil is placed onto Soul.
You might want to put a little symbol on there so you know. It means all these vampires are going to have disadvantage attacking you.
Okay.
So he does that, And then just as quickly as he pounced across the room, he is going to then pounce right back to where he was.
Yep.
And that's action. I was going to use a bonus action, but I can't because I can only do one spell per turn. So I am done, and I'm also going to add a little icon to remind myself that I am concentrating.
That was such a good pat on the back.
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, I'm saying that's such a good pat on the back for Soul right now. Like, you got it, buddy. Okay, bye.
Soul, you feel a little bit safer despite your current predicament, with ghostly figures in front of you and a gentle glow around you. Your turn.
Soul is hurting, but he's very upset. He saw Little Soul go down. And
Actually, Little Soul has 13 hit points left.
well, he saw Little Soul go down.
Yeah.
It said it had 15.
No, so my book says that it's a very weird combination of its constitution plus my intelligence plus 5 times my level. So he actually had 32 hit points, which means now he has 13.
Okay.
I just saw him lose his face.
Yeah, he definitely did lose the faceplate though. It's gone.
Yeah. So
And now it's an empty child and it's scary.
yeah.
Faceless one.
And he heard Uther's comment. He's like, "I'll show you what Lathander can do," and he is going to use Turn Unholy.
Okay.
So that's my action, and that is each undead within 30 feet must make a Wisdom save.
Okay. So we will start with the one that has a hold of you. And what's your DC?
The spell save is 15.
15? So the one grabbing you has failed.
Oh, and while he does it, he's holding up the hammer. Because he knows it's blessed. So I want an extra 2 on that DC.
Do the extra 2 on that DC. You'll get what's given to you. Sorry, I just moved it to the wrong layer for a second. The one directly next to you fails. The one in front here fails. Jeez, okay. I keep marking these. The one behind them. That one succeeds, that one fails, and that one succeeds. So these... Isn't it going on? Oh, I see what's going on. I'm marking the dog instead of marking the vampire.
I'll make my dog sad.
2 pass, the other 4 fail. This light bursts forth from the hammer, and Uther, since he's calling you out, as you look on, the countenance of those 4, they just lose all desire to be here and are filled with utter terror as they look upon the glow that is released from Soul's hammer.
And as that happens, I look at him and say, "Only attack the ones who aren't afraid." And I guess that's my full action for this round.
Yep, goes to Brett.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a way that I could angle a 20-foot cube somewhere around here without getting Uther and Soul, or would I include them both?
I
don't care if my dog takes
Shape it like a diamond.
Yeah.
So, like, point here, point here.
Can I do that?
20-foot cube, that's going to skip them.
Did I say please?
I'll let you shape it so you can get 4 of them. You can either get the 3 on the left.
You're not, like, damaging them, are you?
No.
Or those 4.
Do you think that I really have any damage spells? I don't. I have catapult, and clearly it's not working, so we're gonna go for buff spells instead.
Yep, there's your square.
Which
you
But
can
like,
s-
she couldn't like turn it. Like, oh come on, it's not letting me twist it.
Turn it a
Hold
nice
on.
45-degree angle.
That's what I'm working on. Oh, it won't because the size of this room, maybe.
I'm gonna do the everyone except this one. I just see so many circles going off right
Sorry
now.
about that.
Everything's pinging because
It's
everyone's
great.
grabbing it.
That was my fault.
Um,
I was trying to turn it at an angle.
no, you're good.
It's not turning. I don't know why it's
I'm
not
gonna center it up here against the wall,
Okay.
so that I get all of them except this one, and then Uther's gonna have to be in on this check. I'm casting Fairy Fire,
Okay.
just to turn this party into a real fun one.
Couldn't it be like that? I mean,
Couldn't it be like what?
forgive my horrid, but like, should be able to get all of them.
I can't see it. It's fine. One of them's running anyways.
Dex
So
saves, I believe.
yes, deck saves as Bright does the usual like pulling fire off of her burning hair, except instead of like flinging it like she normally does, she just like gathers it in one hand and pushes it out in like full glitter form, and it sticks hopefully to all of these things. I guess my dog needs to make a save as well, so I'm gonna do
Would a
that.
save be a reaction?
Hmm?
Would a save be a reaction?
It's not a reaction.
No.
And then
But
what's
if
your
you have
DC?
an aura, it would help.
I rolled a
my-
17 for my save. Does that beat it?
My DC is 16, so yay.
So
If it just clears at you, don't glitter me.
It's not for you! You're supposed to miss that!
Oh goodness!
the only one
Are you kidding me?
fails
Isn't
the
it-
save, and it's
Isn't
the
it
one
two? I
that
thought
has
her DC is 16. Oh, that
Yeah,
means
my
it did
DC is
save.
16.
Dang it!
So the one that has a hold of soul failed.
Do none
All
of them
of
have
them.
disadvantage? Chat, help me.
None of them have disadvantage. And you know what? I'll even let you try and catch this last one since that went so poorly, and it passed
oh my
too.
goodness! Thanks, Roll20.
Well,
This
it's
is
a good thing
horseshit.
that I'm running anyways.
Your steel defender has a save to make, or it gets all glowy.
Uh-huh. Let me check what his dex is. His dex is +1. Oh, he's +3. He's good. No, he's not. He's gonna get it. Haha!
So the one that seems to be leading this group is now sparkling. It's now a twilight vampire.
Hey, we got somebody to commit a -2.
No,
so
no,
maybe
no,
that
no,
other
that's a
one-
-2. That means I take a -2, right?
-2 for Nif.
But I think that
Thanks.
was intended to help.
Yep, thank you.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
but
thought-
that's how it goes.
Gotta let
Well,
us know.
there's a
Yeah,
+2 option there, and you chose the -2. So
That would be my brother-in-law, everyone. Thank
That
you
is
very
definitely
much.
not what was
Thank you.
intended.
Yeah, but Gregory, that's what happens.
we'll keep that in mind.
Oh,
Bright,
God.
anything else?
Yeah, I'm running. I'm taking the baby and I'm running. The dog knows to defend the boyos.
Okay. So we go to the angry vampire spawn, and a number of them are frightened, so they are going to run. And they have to run as far away from the source as they can. So they all stack up in this back corner, clambering on top of these boxes. Strictly speaking, you can have an attack of opportunity if you would like, either Uther or Soul.
I'll listen to Soul. I'll listen to Soul.
There is the one that's most hurt that's about to run away. It has a hold of Soul, and its eyes get huge, and it just lets go, and it stumbles out of its box to run. So if you guys wanted to attack one, I would recommend that one, but it's up to you.
Well, I'll listen to the DM. That's always a smart thing to do. So,
If I see Soul swing, I'm swinging.
Yep. So you both
Just swing at the same one.
And be in the middle, and it'll be great.
Oh, hell yeah.
Big boy swing.
Big boy swing.
And add a 3 to that because I'm raging.
Add a 3 to that, so you slash, and it doesn't seem like it does all that much damage. 6. And then Soul, your 7 does full damage. It is hurting badly, and it stumbles to the corner. It's not afraid anymore because it's been hurt, but it is... Oh, you both had advantage.
I would like to point out that the furthest away they could run isn't that corner, it's out the door. Or the window.
It would be
well, they
going
would have had to run past.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Past, yeah.
So the 19 doesn't get the crit. So yeah, so it's this one that was hurt. The hammer hits it, it stumbles, and it's bloody and hurting, and it still goes to the corner anyway. It's fine huddling in the corner. It sits back. And the other two, this one tries to kill the dog because it thought that it did. Oh, they have spider climb, so they don't actually just go to the corner. They clamber up the wall.
No.
The up and back.
Hard pass.
So
No.
vampires
Out.
they crab walked,
Vampires
skittering
are
backwards up
creepy.
these doors, right up there. And
This is why
No.
I watch out.
No.
13 to hit the dog.
13 doesn't hit because it's AC 15.
And a 12 also misses.
My dog is okay.
This one next to Uther stays there and it tries to attack him twice. 23 to hit.
Disadvantage. Nope, just kidding. It's not that one.
That'll hit.
And instead of damaging you, it's just going to grab a hold of you. And it's
Uther breaks out laughing. He laughs his ass off.
On your turn, probably, yes. For now, it will try and bite you while it's grappling you. I have to... Oh.
If it's a 13, that misses. So like when he tries to bite, Uther just flexes.
Yeah, doesn't give them anything except grappling you. So yeah, it tries to bite, and you flex on its fangs, and they don't break your skin. We're back to a long callback of Uther's physical might, just repelling everything that tries to scratch him. And it goes to Ficus.
Can Uther yell something at Ficus?
Yeah. Just yell at me.
Find the bones!
Ficus, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, I missed something. Do we know that the bones are up here?
Yep.
Supposedly.
That's why I had him yell it to you.
And nothing came from this box?
There was a weak investigation attempt of this room, and nothing was found.
But there was no like detect undead for me from this box. So
Correct. Yes.
Or there could have been that tiny box over there. Shit. Okay. Ficus is going to investigate this box. She's just gonna shake it and see if there sounds like there's some bones in there, I guess, for her action.
Hey,
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
where is Irina in all of this? She wasn't.
Oh
that-
yeah, she's downstairs. I forgot to put her on the maps.
Doing literally nothing per Irina usual.
Sweet. Cool.
Tell y'all, you should just let me cut Arita's head off and we can be done with
Can't
this.
do that.
So 23 investigation, looking for these bones.
You start looking around. You look at the boxes on the other side that have been broken out of. You quickly look in this box here. You shuffle back over to the window and look in that box. You don't see any good place to hide bones in this room, unless they're like at the bottom of a pile of wood. But that just doesn't sound great to you.
There are no bones in here. And then Ficus will question, have we seen shit. She's gonna go here. She's gonna go out the door because now she's like, if she's the one looking for bones, she's gonna stay out here or like try to go into the other rooms that she saw across the hallway on the way up.
Okay. Uther, go ahead.
Well, now that we're nice and grappled, I would like to make
May I
it.
suggest that we take our quick break since it's the top of the order?
We can do that.
Seems
Yeah,
like a good
we'll-
time.
we'll
It's 10
take-
o'clock.
Uther's just so ready.
Can do anything. And Uther raises his great axe and
That pose for 15 minutes.
Yeah, just
We'll be
stay
right
there,
back.
flex the whole time, just ready to go.
Staring at him. Daggers.
in the middle of a pack of vampire spawn and a group that's desperately looking for bones. Uther, you were about to swing something?
No, I'm not swinging anything. I'm grappled,
Yep.
so I would like to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Throw him out the window. Throw him out the window.
And I am raging.
Okay.
So I get that at that nice young advantage.
You just like circle an arm and it breaks the hold.
I would like to pick him up.
Yep.
And I'd like to look at Soul the whole time I do this.
Yep.
I like throw him out the window.
Yep.
Give me a strength check as you throw a vampire spawn against the closed shutter window.
I get advantage on these as well.
Okay. You throw this thing at the shuttered window. It rattles against the window and falls to the ground. Not outside. It doesn't break through.
Oh, good glass.
They're shuttered.
Yeah,
All
the shutters,
windows
it's
are
not the
shuttered.
glass.
Oh.
Okay.
So you have a prone vampire next to you.
I would like to make my attack.
You used your action.
Yeah, you had to.
So the action to grab and throw.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna. No, that doesn't make sense either. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
Even though I'm pretty sure. Okay, go ahead.
Leaf, you're up.
Yeah, now that Leaf is back on the offensive, he's just gonna again. Oh, I guess the one that I had marked is this one over here. Is that right?
Yes, that's the
Sorry.
one that's been
Right.
taking damage.
Okay.
Yep, this one here.
And it took damage from the what do you call it? When they had their opportunity attacks, yeah.
Yes.
So knowing that, I'm gonna step forward a bit. Let's see, to there. Is that enough to give me a good clear sight?
It's up into the corner in the upper left corner of the.
Yeah. I can see it from my token. That's why I just wanted to double check. So then, yeah, I'm gonna do again 2 shots. Once again with the sharpshooter attack. And here we go. Oof! The first one is probably gonna miss. That is a
Absolutely. This is. Well, no, it's fairy fired. It's the only one that failed the fairy fire.
That's gonna be useful.
17 hits.
so
So roll again, 17.
Oh, 17 and a 13. The 13 might miss.
You might kill it with the first shot. So let's see.
Well, that's 24 damage.
So one of the soft, burnt parts of its body where Soul's hammer had left a radiant scar is weak enough that as the arrow passes in, it doesn't stop at the surface like your other ones did, but it passes all the way through. And the vampire spawn drops from the ceiling into a pile
It was on the ceiling.
on the wood.
Well, I sure hope these things don't regenerate once you take them down. But even if he took a second shot at like one of these 2 over here, I think a 13 probably misses, right?
Yes, a 13 will miss.
So
I had fairy fire up. Can I sense that that person is down, or do I sense that they're gonna get back up?
So because Soul's hammer has been blessed. It has been hit with radiant damage, and it's not going to get back up.
Perfect.
Yeah,
no.
he's just gonna get back to the
I just thought
box.
about the
and actually he looks
implications.
over at Ficus and Bright, and he's like, "Where are you two going? We're in the middle of a battle. Get back here!" And that's the end of Leaf's turn.
Okay. Soul.
All right. Soul just watched Uther fail at his theatrics, and he simply says to him, "There's the Uther I missed," as he walks up to overhand slam on the same one with Divine Smite, and I'll use a level 2 slot for this one.
You can hit it before you commit.
Remember,
so-
make your
That's
attack
right. I
first.
forgot. Yeah.
Commit.
so you can make your attack with advantage. Hit it before.
Already committed.
It's advantage because it's prone.
And I'm going to use
Ow.
my inspiration.
Woo.
That reroll. God bless it.
Oh, come on.
You were saying.
As
This is a slippery
terribly
one.
anticlimactic as it is, your hammer comes down and just whiffs this thing on the ground.
Oh, that's gonna give Uther so much joy.
Hey,
For real.
that's one attack.
You have one more attack.
You have one more attack.
You were saying.
There
That
we
one
go.
hits.
All right.
So, Soul walks up, locks eyes with Uther. It's like, I will show you. Boom. Damn it.
I think that's what happens
On
when I'm
brand.
looking. Let's see. How do I add radiant to these things? My apologies. All right. So, what's a level 2 add to it? Is it a second set of D8?
A level 2 is going to be. Oh, my whole thing just got huge all of a
What happens
sudden.
when you haven't been here for 2 weeks? You forget all of your abilities.
1d8 for each
Uh,
spell level above the first. So it's you add 3d8 for level 2.
No, 3d8's my level 1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
2d8 for a first level spell slot plus 1d8 for each spell slot higher than first.
So this
And
is
you
my
get
3d8.
1d8 bonus
You
for
get one
undead.
more d8 because it's undead. So you're going to end up with 4 d8s on this.
Aye.
So that's 3. So you get one more d8 for it being undead. So that's 3. And then you get your regular damage.
9. And yeah,
28 damage.
there we go. And I shout, "Lathander!" while looking at Uther. And
Fucking disgusting.
Second hammer hits, and the flesh, just like before, starts to crinkle and burn around where your hammer hit. The thing on the floor just starts writhing. I will kill you. I will eat you. Anything else? You muted yourself.
I'll just say back to where I taste terrible. Then you hear the first one, and I will not use any bonus actions.
Okay, Bright, go ahead. You get to the bottom of the stairs, and Irina is catching up at the bottom of the stairs. She said, I talked to Hendrik outside. The bones are upstairs somewhere.
You be more specific, perhaps?
Useful as ever.
You're downstairs.
Well, what are you coming down here for?
Pointing at the baby in my hands. You need to get up there and help them. I am of no use. I'm going to stay here and find out as much as I can. You need to go help them. And I am going to kick her upstairs.
Okay. What are you doing for your turn?
I am. Can you please move me to the other map? With
Oh,
all the
yeah, sorry,
coffins
you went down.
against my better judgment.
Put the bed on fire. It's the only way.
I, instead of like rage looting, would like to start panic looting.
Okay.
I guess I'd like to, I I'm gonna look around. Are there any like papers or like letters or desk things? Can I like go through the rest of the house and see if there's like any information that the coffin maker had? Pick open coffins.
Go ahead and, I mean, you've got your speed, so take your speed and I'll tell you what to do as you go through.
I guess looking, is this where he had come? I wasn't there. I'll just go.
This is where he came from. Yep. So that's just a workshop. There's tools all over the place.
Any papers?
No papers other than perhaps,
5,
a list
10,
of
But tools.
things that he has to grab.
Wouldn't Bright like have a cow?
Finally give Bright
panic looting.
Doesn't even react.
I mean, you said you're panic looting, and there's a whole mess of tools.
Panic looting.
Workshop
Bright
contains
still
everything a
has
carpenter needs to
morals.
make coffins of furniture. 3 sturdy work tables stretch the length of the west wall. That's about it.
All right, then I'm redacting. Going back. This is literally just the meme of just like, oh, vampire spawn, tools. So, I cannot, like, people are dying upstairs. I cannot wait to pick up tools. I will think about it later.
Okay.
But I'm holding a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And people are dying upstairs. I'm looking for information about, like, who the vampire spawns are, if they have, like, a roster or something like that. Like, I'm looking for that type of information or anything.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Cool. In, like, across both rooms, because I have, like, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Sure.
25, I guess. So just, like, both rooms.
So the other room, it says junk room it says junk on the door, and inside there's a lantern hanging on a chain, 2 well-made cabinets stand against one wall.
Well, this is 17.
You start rifling through everything you can, and you don't see anything that references bones. You don't see anything that, doesn't even look like code. You find nothing but work orders and deals and those sorts of things. Anything else?
How tall are the ceilings here?
10-foot ceilings.
Cool. Yeah, that's the last of my movement. And I assume I have used my action to investigate.
Yep.
So I'm going to just hold the baby
Okay.
and panic and get ready to burn through the ceiling next turn.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sure, that will.
So we go to the vampire spawn, and the one that's laying on the ground stands up, hissing and spitting and hating everything about the two of you.
Big same right now.
The
Noir,
one,
you started this. I blame you.
the one next to the steel defender is very frustrated that it hasn't destroyed that thing and is going to tear it the rest of the way apart.
You owe me another dog.
With a natural 1, 25 hits, so that's 8 more damage to it.
Okay. Noir, you're getting me a new dog. You owe me a puppy.
The one that took damage and was grabbed by Uther seems a little less interested in trying to grab you again.
And imagine why.
Oh, no, it's not, because it feels... No, it knows that it has protection. You're glowing. It's going to try and attack Soul one time, because I don't know how easy it is for it to see it has disadvantage. It's going to realize Soul is hard to attack and go back to attacking Uther and roll a natural 1. The other 3 that are frightened are all going to cower up in the corner, and I don't think they get a saving throw until they break line of sight.
No, it's a whole minute.
Full minute, unless they get hit. That was our mistake last time.
So they are going to, this one's going to skitter around the ceiling this way. That one as well, and that one as well. So they're all up in the ceiling, clawing at the ceiling. And that is all the vampire spawn's turn.
We got a good table.
Ficus, we got a good table? Oh, okay. I'll find one laying around.
All right. So Ficus remembers that they came up here to look for the bones. So she'll walk out and see Irina, be like, okay, come help. And then she's just gonna dip into the other room. Like, as she's running through these rooms, she's looking around trying to find like a good spot for bones.
Okay, go ahead. And give me an investigation check then as you run in, and I'll open this other door for you. It doesn't resist you.
Good, because I'm feisty.
So you run through a kitchen, and then this back room is a bedroom of some kind. And then your investigation of 19, you run through into the back bedroom, and you rip open the standing armoire closet that's there, and you pull it open with such force, you see the bottom of it bounces. Like, huh. And you reach down, and it has a false bottom on it. And you lift that up, and there are 2 sacks in this false bottom of the armoire directly next to you.
She grabs both of them, not looking inside of either one. She just grabs them both. And then she turns to start running back into the room with her friends.
Okay.
And then I think she can get to about here and be like, just kidding, go into the other room, Irina.
Okay. That's it?
Yep, because I think that's as far as she can get.
Irina will come into this main room. She turns looking like this room, and she turns and she sees these vampire spawn fighting, and she kind of just backs up just a little bit and kind of tucks in next to Leaf.
Ficus gives her 2 thumbs up, holding 2 sacks of unidentified objects.
Possibly bones.
Possibly bones. Possibly spice.
She'll look up to Leaf and, what am I supposed to do?
Kill him.
Just stay here for the moment. Don't endanger yourself.
Uther, go ahead.
I am going to look to see about the one that was giving commands. Is he still cowering?
The one that was giving commands is in a pile dead on the floor.
Oh, nice. Cool. Then the one that's in front of me, we're gonna take another swing at. There you go.
24 will hit.
That's gonna be 8, 9, 10. 10 damage with the rage.
Okay. You slash at it. It doesn't feel like it does all that much damage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Leaf, go ahead.
So, maintaining concentration on the protection spell, I am just going to... I'm going to take a shot at this one right next. Well, wait a minute. They have both been pounding on that one over there together. The one by the window. So Solaire is going to... Sorry. Seeing that Solaire and Uther are kind of teaming up on one of them, Leaf would probably have suggested that if they weren't already doing it. So he's just going to join in, especially since it's no longer on the floor and he's got a better shot. So I'm going to continue with the sharpshooter because it's been good to me so far. So here we
That's
go.
great.
Let's see. That should hit. That's a 21.
Definitely a hit.
I wanted that. Dang, that 20. That's a 22. So that's 2 hits. First one will do 21 damage. And the second one also does 21 damage.
Both arrows go flying, and neither one sinks quite as deep as you would hope.
Yep. And he looks down at his quiver, sees that he only has 2 arrows left, and says, "Well, isn't that great?" And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Soul, you're up.
So, her, what was it, Ficus? Shout that she has the bones, so he's going to shout. Oh, she has bags. He's going to shout.
I don't know that there's actually bones in here. I haven't looked at them yet. I was going to wait till I got into the room with you guys to see if they were actually bones.
And he's going to shout, if you found them, get out of here. Get back to the sanctuary. And he is just going to take a swing at the one we've been fighting.
Yep.
All right.
$21 hits.
10.
Or 10, and your weapon with its glow does as much damage as you would expect it to.
She's still standing?
She's still standing. She's looking real rough. You're looking at her, she might have been an elf at one point, wearing wizard's robes of some kind, but they're tattered and shredded.
That's interesting.
You're muted.
You
Rob.
muted yourself again.
Oh no, I'm counting. Sorry.
Oh,
Counting my ammunition. That's what I'm doing.
The only ammunition that matters is your magic hammer right now.
Well, that and my divine slots, which are running low. So he is going to swing at her again. A regular old swing. And
17 will also hit.
All right, so just full follow-up, spinning backhand right back into her again. And as he finishes it, he's going to suggest to Uther. I suggest a strategic retreat.
Not until I finish this one.
That's a 6.
6. It's not looking good. One of its arms is broken. It has the crackling burnt flesh from the radiant energy that you've dealt to it. Right?
I just need a rap battle between Solaire and Uther because the one-liners that they're slinging are prime.
Right, you're downstairs.
How flammable is this house?
There's a lot of wood in this house.
Cool. That's not really what I want.
Do it.
I mean, I am going to... Is it going to count as an action for me to drag the coffins together? Like, how many coffins can I pile in one turn? Please.
I'll let you do 3 of them.
Can I, drag this one over to here so that they're roughly in an area that I could hit a lot of them?
Sure.
Cool.
I officially regret leaving you behind for the window.
Tobias has been tied up in his little front pack. I hope that he's not too disturbed. And
crying. I mean, anytime you guys fight and start running around, he starts crying.
Yep. Used to it by now?
It's okay. Dragging coffins.
He will
together.
soon. He's a warrior.
He'll be fine. I say dragging coffins and trying to pile them together.
So you spend your turn piling coffins.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Actually, can I pile them? I will take more time, but I will pile them outside so that I don't do property damage because I am a good person, dang it.
If you're gonna drag a coffin outside, you can drag out 1 a turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm dragging coffins outside.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna burn out this whole house and cause a huge scene and get those freaking guards because I hate those guards and I'm not gonna deal with them. I will
be
spend
long
the time
gone if they realize what's happening.
I forgot how
Not
good
with my
he
plans.
this party was.
You forgot how what?
How goody two shoes this party was.
No, I just have foresight, okay?
As long as I can justify destroying evil, I can get away with a lot.
Rip and tear till it's done.
The one attacking Baby Soul hits with its second attack for 7 more. That thing's still up.
He has 5 hit points left.
They keep rolling natural ones. They have rolled 3 natural ones.
Because the dice know I need my puppy.
The other one that's been hit is going to look over. It sees the ones that are terrified. It sees them here, you guys here, and it's going to disengage, go to here, open these shutters as part of its movement, and then crawl out the window.
Cheater.
Ficus, it's your turn.
Ficus is going to get to just about here before she decides to look in the bags that she just took. Do either of them have bones?
In one bag, you see 30 silver pieces and 12 electrum pieces.
Heck yeah, keep that.
All
Yeah.
have the visage of Count Strahd on them. And in the other, as soon as you open it, there is this light that begins to emit, but it doesn't emit in beams, it emits in smoke. And this light-infused smoke will start to leave the top of the bag and pour over the top of it, just bellowing out of the top of this bag in your hands. It will fall down to the floor and start to coalesce, and it will start to, in almost a serpentine way, flow along the floor toward Irina.
Uh-oh.
And because of the good table that we have, that light smoke is going to wrap around Irina herself. It will start to spin and infuse and cover her in a mist. And there's this moment where the light mist starts to come together, and you see the form of another woman, another strong figure over the top of her that blinks into existence. And Irina's just standing there. What is going? She takes a breath, and with that breath, the light smoke enters her. And her black hair that she had starts to crack and fall away as this soot that she'd been using to dye it just falls off, revealing this beautiful copper red hair. And as the hair is completely revealed, a silver streak stripes through it across the top. And she'll close her eyes for a moment and look your way, and with a voice that's not quite hers, that reverberates with something else, say, "The light must return."
Yeah.
You look in the bag, and there's bones in the bag.
Upon seeing the bones, I'm going to close the bag of bones, put the bag of coins in my boot,
Yeah.
and then I will walk over to Leaf and hand it to him and be like, "You're the fast one. We need to get this to the church." And then she's going to turn and look at the vampires, trying to figure out what her friends are doing next. But she's definitely passing this off to Leaf, like, Leaf needs to run.
I'm technically faster than Leaf.
Yep. Technically, you're
Okay.
faster.
You're
than
also
I am.
downstairs carrying coffins.
Yeah, and a baby.
Yep. You know what? If we
Technically-
communicate like a good team should, I'll be the fastest next round.
You're downstairs.
I'm also one of the fastest on this team.
Yeah, I was gonna say, technically, Ficus is faster than Leaf.
Oh, shit.
Irina is going to slow.
I like,
Is there anything
who's
else Ficus wants to do?
Hang on. Maybe she didn't go all the way to him. I think she'll then just listen to Soul's words. If she knows that she's the fastest in this group, she's just going to be like, "Oh, shit, that happened." And then she's going to just book it down the stairs and try to get out of the house.
Okay.
Perfect.
Just
Anxiety
talk
sprinting.
stairs.
Good deal. Panic looting, anxiety sprinting. It's a good combo.
Irina standing next to Leaf on her turn, she'll look up at you, and she doesn't have that scared look that she had when she came up before asking what to do. She says, "Bring the light." She'll slowly draw the rapier that she has and just start marching forward toward these vampire spawn.
Be my guest.
And rather anticlimactically, she has to run up there to get closer. Uther.
I trained her so well in my 2 breakfast sessions.
I am going to step here, grab the dog, and then I'm going to jump out the window.
Okay.
I was like, you saved my dog!
I told you, I'm not done with that vampire yet.
I really hope that you push the vampire out the window and then just follow, just swinging the dog directly on top of it.
No, the vampire ran. He chased after.
Yeah,
he said he wasn't
Yeah.
gonna let him
The vampire's probably on the roof at this point.
I hope you yeet my dog at this vampire.
Like when I jump out, do I see him?
No, you wouldn't see it when you jump out.
Did you even map outside?
Nope.
Yeah, there's a whole map outside.
I
It's
wouldn't
just
see
not where
that.
that vampire is. It's above you. It's not there. I didn't think you were gonna jump out the window.
Why not?
You-
That's what he always does.
He loses
mean, 'cause-
one session with Uther and completely forgets how he plays.
I mean, okay, so could I look up to see him there? Because I would be looking for him.
Right now, you're jumping out of a window 15 feet above the ground.
Yeah, that's no problem for me. I've got 30 feet of movement.
He did this in the Hell House. Remember, Death House.
Yeah, he jumped from the 2nd floor.
Just like that, give me a acrobatics check to land without landing in a heap at the bottom.
Throw the wreckage of my dog at this vampire, please. I'm begging you.
Let's see. That would be in athletics? Okay.
Come on.
You land,
Okay.
stumble, kind of glance up behind you, and as you glance up, you just see the foot of a vampire disappear over the eave of the roof as it goes up onto the roof.
I mean, that's enough to shoot a chill touch at, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not with only a 12 acrobatics to recover while jumping out of a 2nd-story window.
Well, okay. Then that'll be my turn.
Leaf. It did. The other one slashed at you at the way out and rolled yet another natural 1. So,
What about your rage ancestors? Can you move them or something?
I mean, yeah, they're still protecting. They're still
sweet.
protecting.
Good deal.
Solaire.
You got to remove the
good deal.
dog.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Please,
So-
please.
As a
Remove
bonus
my pup.
action, now that the
Throw
prey
the
is
dog. The dog
outside.
can make an attack.
So Leaf kind of yells out like, "Ah, it's up on the roof!" And as Uther is jumping out the window, basically, and then he'll use. I'm using my bonus action to switch my hunter's mark to the one that's right next to Solaire and Irina,
sure.
and once more again, I will take my sharpshooter and make a couple shots here. And let's see what happens. That's a 15 for the first.
A 15 is exactly enough to hit.
Yes. So the first attack is gonna be 26 damage.
Okay.
And the second one's only a 12, so that'll probably miss.
That misses.
And technically now I'm down to 2 arrows. So.
Okay.
So that's action, bonus action. I am not gonna move, so I'm done.
Soul?
Yeah. Soul's gonna look at his new companion and say, "Girl, I said leave." As he
She's glowing and she's got fiery golden red hair.
I recognize this.
I should probably recognize what this is with an easy religion check, but still, it's like I don't have enough magic to protect her, and I don't know how divine she is. So, still, let's see. Swing with the warhammer, and I'm gonna use.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and I'm gonna make that radiant.
25.
And that's
25 is an easy hit. The hammer comes down on this.
15. Yep, and then shoot, where is it? There we go. 5, 20.
This one stumbles back under the blow, starts hissing. Right?
Yep.
Pull out another. As you're pulling this coffin out the door, Uther suddenly falls on the ground, not very far away from you.
I give a respectful nod and keep going.
You about here?
I brought you your dog.
Thank you. Okay, that's.
Now you see the condition of the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog is gonna be fine.
I'm gonna go back up there and finish what I started.
Yeah, I'm.
On brand.
Do I have a buff spell for you? Have you gotten hurt at all?
Not enough to notice.
Okay. I don't think heroism actually is of any use to you. So I don't really have anything I can give to you. So it's just panicked nodding.
Okay.
And moving coffins.
You move another coffin out. The vampires in their terror start clawing at the ceiling. And all three of them start clawing at the ceiling, and you can hear clawing from above too. And by the end of those four's turn, there is a small hole that's been clawed through the ceiling of the coffin maker's house. The one that is hurt is going to look at Sol, who is protected, and look at Irina, who just arrived, and said, he'll be so pleased. And the vampire spawn is going to slash at, still going to slash at Sol, though. So it's a disadvantage, which is another natural 1, and a 16, which misses. And it goes around again to Ficus.
Gotta love that protection spell.
I like to imagine that Bright is pulling a coffin out of the door, and Ficus's feet just like hop on top, and you hear just a little, and then she's just like booking it down the street, like not really saying much, just going away, and
Okay.
she's running towards the church.
Sounds good. Irina will step up here to flank this with Sol. And I haven't adjusted hers yet, so I'm going to have to make some adjustments on the fly. So that is a crit that hits. So her rapier is going to pass through the chest of this vampire from behind. And as the blade enters, she's going to release a burst of divine energy as well.
The good table made her finally a decent fighter.
So she deals 21 damage to this vampire. Pulls the blade out and tries to stab it again. 20 because of advantage will hit. And she will burn another one for just 5 damage. That was a pitiful hit. It's a good thing Uther didn't see it. Uther, you're down on the ground on the second floor.
Would like to now make an athletics check to climb to the roof.
You can make an athletics check. I'm fine with that. We'll see how far you get.
Of course he does.
Throw the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog. I throw the dog to you. I don't have, I have no need for this.
I yeet the dog to the roof, man. Take him with you. He's your helper now.
Oh no, he's your helper. I got this.
I take care of you, baby. You take care of mine. It's gonna be fine.
I am mad at that
Fine,
athletic
you don't
check.
have a climbing speed, so you go half your speed up the building. So with this regular movement and a dash action, you get to the top of the roof.
Okay. Do I see it there?
You get up there and you see this vampire, and it has clawed at the roof, and it has torn back part of the roof in the corner.
Okay, yeah, this is happening.
Leaf, it's your turn.
If he doesn't tackle the vampire, I'm going to be disappointed.
Just, yeah, full
So-
Gollum and Frodo at the end of the third Lord of the Rings. Just
At
tackle
this
them all.
point, Leaf is literally down to his last 2 arrows. So he just slowly starts stalking across the floor as he unleashes the last 2. And so that's what it looks like. Mechanically, I'll take my attacks first and then do the movement.
Yep.
And again, I'm just, sharpshooter's been good to me so far. So here we go. Oh, that's a mess. You know what?
You don't get to say sharpshooter's been good to me right before a thing. That's
Why
very
not? But that's
Yeah.
the truth. It's
That's
been
tempting
awesome.
fate.
Yeah.
Tempting fate.
See? See?
It's
Well,
Better
there-
run into that
Good.
dead
Miss.
vampire and go recover your arrows.
Soul, you get your attacks.
So
Yeah.
Leaf will end his turn over there, and he will sling his bow.
All right, so just saw Irina divine smite this vampire, and he's gonna go. Wow, I didn't think he took the prayer that fast. And he's gonna swing as well.
19 will hit.
Full 11 to the face.
Your hammer breaks the left leg of this vampire.
Still up?
Still
All
up.
right. All right, then a backhand swing.
Hell yeah!
There we go.
Yes!
The
That's
backhand catches it on its jaw, and when the hammer hits, it dislocates the jaw, and you can see the entire bottom of its face just shift. The neck snaps up, and it just falls to the ground, and the radiant damage from your hammer is just spreading and burning across its face.
So now that she's down, I'm going to simply say, now I officially think Uther is either cursed or unlucky. And no, I'm good. And then say to Irina, we need to leave.
Bright, you're downstairs.
I need to have a think a second before I move another coffin. Did I see the hands come out of the boxes upstairs?
You were in the room, I think.
I was in the room and then like 5 more appeared. I'm pretty sure I saw. Did those boxes look like coffins?
No, they were just boxes of dirt.
Because Bright knows from history that vampires need to sleep in their coffins, so she's trying to get rid of the coffins, but now she's rethinking, and I'm rethinking, am I burning the right coffins?
Should have just burned the building to make sure.
Nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way to be sure.
Worked in Halo.
Worked in Aliens. I guess her dog is now on the ground level again.
Yes.
So her dog can at least help her, like, start piling them out.
So you get 2 coffins out.
Yeah. And just piling them up, and she's gonna have the dog move one, and then I'm gonna produce flame on like one of them and see if I can get the pile to start burning the pile of 3.
Okay. So
And
you
see
start.
if there is any noticeable reaction when their resting places are being destroyed.
You produce flame in these various coffins
I
that
just,
the coffin
like,
maker made.
Pull like fire off of my hair and just like push it into the coffin.
You catch the 3 coffins on fire.
Cool.
Uh,
I
Uther,
don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something to happen.
You don't hear anything. They're up on
Cool.
the roof above you. Uther, you're up on the roof with these now 4 vampires spawn, and all 4 just start running, skittering along the side of the building. And they have it would be a 5, 10, 15, 20-foot head start on you as they run.
Okay. I know which one I'm after. I'm gonna get this vampire. Like, I'm just letting you know that right now.
Ficus, you keep running toward the sanctuary. Irina is going to put her rapier back, and she'll look around. She'll look up through the hole where they went, and she'll turn to Soul, and she speaks with a voice that is doubled. It's echoing over itself. And I thank you, Soul, for helping me along this journey. I think I'll be much more helpful now.
All right. Quick question. Does she sound like the angel that I talked to a couple sessions ago, or does she sound like a completely different person?
You can hear Irina's voice speaking, and it's as though there's a second voice speaking as well at the same time, saying the same thing.
All right. Did I see the smoke come out the bag?
Yep, you were in the room. Even in a fight, I'm fine with you saying something different had happened.
All right. No. Okay. Are you the one that I speak who... Are you the one that protected the orphanage?
Of course. Uther, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you said I saw the what I was hunting start to dip, right?
Yep, they're all dipping.
All right, I'm gonna get as close to that one as I possibly can. Is it in line of sight of me?
It would be in line of sight, yes, as it leaped across to another building across the alley. Still
Dopeness.
Parkour.
Dopeness. I am going to drop my rage, and the flesh from my hands is gonna melt away, and my skeleton hand is going to reach out and touch somebody. So we're gonna do this now. Shucks. And of course I miss.
The skeletal hand goes flying and splashes against the brick next to it.
Dopeness. Let's see, and I got as close as I could already. All right, so next turn I'm gonna dash.
You just
It's
rolled
personal now.
damage. You didn't actually make an attack roll.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you just damage.
That's.
You rolled 2d8. You didn't roll.
Oh shit, my
an
bad.
attack. Hey.
18.
18 will hit.
Oh yeah.
All right. No. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do
That's
that.
10 damage.
All right, I'll take that. He just shoots out.
Grabs it, causes it to stumble a little bit. It seems very, very badly hurt, almost completely dead.
All right, yep.
All right, Leaf, Soul, and Bright, do you guys want to take a turn together? Or are you chasing after vampires too? Or
I just noticed that your character name on Roll20 is Papa Uther.
Oh, you just noticed that?
This is legit the third time you've noticed that, actually.
Seriously?
Yes, it is.
So, I would like to
I'm a mess. I'm sorry,
retrieve some
everyone.
arrows, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll quickly move around the room and grab. I guess I can get half of them.
Mhm.
So I have 5 arrows.
Zill's going to expend all of his lay on hands on himself, so I'm going to go up.
right, Ficus, you're still running, I assume, to everything else. The only one still in pursuit at the moment is Uther.
Hey, remember that time when I was like, guys, we'll do better if we all stay together? I'm just gonna point that out until we have a combat where we all stay together.
In our defense, you're the first one to run this combat.
Yep.
I mean,
So Uther,
Okay,
as
but
far
I
as
have a
it goes with
baby,
you,
and I stayed
vampires
within range.
are leaping across alleys using spider climb to stick to the sides of buildings and skitter very quickly out of your sight. So unfortunately, this one's going to get away.
What's going on now?
So the four of them are leaping across alleys using spider climb to stick to the side of buildings and have skittered out of your sight as they've now 2 full turns on you of dashing away.
I'm not chasing the 4, I'm chasing the 1.
They're all 4 together going the same way.
Okay.
So you're standing on. If you want to make a athletics check to leap across the alley to the next building.
Yep.
And perception.
Yeah, of course he does.
And roll well on both, then you might get your one last shot.
Either he's gonna die.
I'm gonna use.
Trying to jump across
I'm gonna
the
use my
building.
bonus action to rage again,
Okay.
so I get advantage of it.
Okay. You clear the alley and make it to the second building that they attached to. You run to the edge of that building to look down. Give me a perception check if you can see which way they went after they went out of sight.
Selfness.
Please. Next 15 minutes. Chasing.
You see them corner down the alley. You see the one that's limping along behind.
Okay. We're gonna keep this chase till he gets. I'm sorry. This is who Uther is.
I will give you
Don't apologize for
Hey,
playing.
as a group, can we agree to let him play this out?
Yeah, 100%.
He said he's gonna finish it. He's gonna finish it.
Let him play it out, HP.
Go for it. Make a shot.
All right. Let's see. Actions. 19 holy shield touch.
A 19 will hit, and minimum damage is enough to take his last 3 hit points.
Okay.
We are never going to hit the end of this.
Rip and tear till it's done. Okay.
You also know that your chill touch is necrotic damage and not radiant.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know.
Okay.
That's why I'm
So
burning all the coffins.
It falls into an alley, and you feel quite accomplished.
I'm gonna go up to the body and loot.
So as you start to climb down and take a few steps toward the body, on its turn, it stands back up and starts running again.
Okay, we're going back into it, baby.
Yeah. So it ran and turned an alley.
Okay.
So we go back to you. So you would run to go after it. So make a perception check to see if you see which way it went, or survival, either way.
Okie dokie.
23. So you know which way.
Why do the dice want to support this so much? I feel like
I don't know.
time
I just want to
you
kill
go
this
do a
thing. I don't
stupid
know.
thing, the dice just love it.
You can take another shot.
So hold on. So now the question is, he knows that this isn't doing any damage then, right?
He knows that the damage it does can't kill it.
Okay, cool. So that just changed. That just changed it. So I am going to expend another rage to catch up to this thing.
Okay.
So what do I have to do next?
So just by running, you're not going to be able to catch up with it because it had 2 turns of dashing to get away from you. You know where it's at, and you can shoot it with your 120-foot spell.
Well, there's no point in that, so I'm just going to use all my turns to dash. And and my constitution is better than his, so I'm guessing he gets tired before I do. So
He's
I'm dead.
It's a
he doesn't care. I'm sorry.
We are going to never see Uther again. He's just going to
Over the course of the next few minutes, Uther runs, trying to catch up to a vampire spawn that is fleeing through the city, jumping from building to building. He chases it to the far edge, all the way to the gate, where all 4 vampire spawn go over the top of the gate. And since it's night, the gate is shut, and Uther finds himself between the city wall of Vallaki, the closed gate, a number of very confused guards, and vampire spawn running off into the countryside.
Sure.
So,
That's gonna take a while.
Solaire, do you think that coffin maker fled, or is he perhaps hiding somewhere here? Should we look for him? try to get to the bottom of this?
Well, we sent them back to the sanctuary. So the orphanage. So
The coffin maker?
yeah, I sent them to the orphanage as soon as we got here.
Oh.
So hopefully he heeded my words, and we'll see him when we get back.
Well then.
You hear Irina say,
I
need to
will
get my
approach.
bones back to the orphanage.
So
Did you
turns
just say
to Irina
your
and-
bones?
Wow.
Rob.
You are so extra.
I am.
What did
I
what
told
did
you I'm a run
Solaire
with this.
say?
Have I joined them at this point?
The rest of you can be together. Uther is
Lit.
off chasing vampires.
As it happens.
What did
Mhm.
Solaire say?
So basically said that well, he told you that about the coffin maker, that he should be there, and Irina just mentioned about her bones, and So just turns to her and reassures her, "Don't you worry, they're already ahead of us."
But okay, so then at the same time that Solaire says that, Leaf also says to her, "Did you just say your bones?"
She kind of stops and thinks for a moment. In a way. I suppose they would be mine in a way. But not mine.
You are Saint Andral?
Who are
The
you?
name's familiar. I'm not
So
sure.
turns to the party and he says, "Guys, I would like you to meet a saint of Lathander, Miss. What's her name again? I'm so
I
bad.
literally just said it.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I was distracted.
Saint Andral.
Yes, I'd
Saint
like you
Andrew.
guys to meet Sandra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She turns to look and it's familiar, but I feel like something more as well. Come. Let's put the bones back where they belong. She gestures to Ficus and
Oh, Ficus is gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ficus
yeah,
is
Mike
out.
is halfway to the
Yeah. I am so I'm trying to get to the church as fast as possible. And
So
I'm
I-
smiling the entire way I'm going, looking like a freaking maniac. Like people who
That's-
like to run, like
Gross.
just happily running through the town because she's trying to not really arouse too much suspicion from the guards.
At some point, Ficus catches a glimpse of Uther chasing something. But you make it back to the to St. Andrew's orphanage itself, and that same strange feeling of safety settles into you as you get nearer to it, as you cross that threshold of life and death and burst through the doors. Sister Belasco turns and looks your way. You're in quite the rush.
Ficus kind of runs right past and just tries to go straight to the box that previously contained the bones to open the bag within the box because she doesn't actually want to touch these bones. She's very
Okay.
superstitious about all of this. And so she just kind of opens the bag a little bit and pushes the bottom so the bones come out into the box. And then she takes the bag back.
Shake, 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 shake.
Sister Belasco kind of adjusts the bun in her hair and walks over. And as soon as you burst in, Milovana jumps up from her pew.
Yes, Saint Gardner.
She jumps. You're back. How is Yeshka? How's Yeshka? As Sister Belasco starts to rearrange the bones in their proper place.
Wait, was it actually nighttime while we were here? I thought we were going to the place in the daytime. How long were we in there?
It was
was
5
5
when we got
PM.
there.
You
It's
guys
just
got
after
at-
sunset by this time,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Milovana will run up to you and put a hand on either your shoulders and look down at you and go say, "How is Yeshka?"
Still in a cult.
That's next. Got these first.
You guys
But
are-
that's where we're going to next. We had to wait till it was dark because we were going to sneak in. And, you got to do things under the guise of darkness.
Please.
I said it was next. She's just very anxious because she wants to make sure these bones, she gets that she's worried about her friends, but like Ficus is like, these are supposed to be some holy bones. I just kind of watched the holy magic go into Irina's body, and she's wondering if she just delivered defective bones in a sense.
Milovana will kind of stumble back and sit back in one of the pews in this small chapel and just very quietly put her face in her hands. Sister Belasca will finish setting the bones in their pile. The rest of you on the walk back, anything special on the walk back, or do you just want to jump to the walk back?
Gregory is very concerned and needs to know if Bright collected some tools.
I was
Leaf
going
has
to
no
say,
idea, but Gregory is very determined.
I don't steal from living people, so I'm not going to take the tools. However, I do need to go and get Merlin's face back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we would have picked it up while we were up there for sure.
Oh, thanks. Good.
And yeah, when we could say that when Leaf was probably collecting some of the arrows that didn't snap, he would have picked that up and said,
"Yeah, did you get arrows there?
Repair it." So he'd pass it back to you.
Before they actually leave, she's going to explain to Soul and just kind of have like a little conference of, from what I know, vampires and like have to stay in coffins, and that's part of how they return to life when they should not. Are you sure that you actually killed them, or do we need to burn all the coffins so they don't have a place to return to?
Well, those 3 are definitely gone. They're already turning to ash.
The coffin or the vampires?
No, the 3 vampires that we actually killed.
I had previously received a blessing. I think that for now, my Warhammer ensures that they don't get back up, especially if they were struck beforehand. However, I don't know what the other 4 would do.
Let 4 escape?
If we had more help.
I'm one Warforged. I can only do so much. And I'm almost
Yes, well, we apparently have an angel of some sort. Couldn't she do something?
I think they were
powerful,
terrified
just
of
stronger
Claire.
than I was.
I'm sorry.
4 people were talking
Yeah,
then.
I didn't
What?
hear what Irina/Saint Andral said.
I'm not all powerful, just stronger than I was.
Well,
I feel
thank
it'll
you.
come back to me quickly, though, now.
Are you to stay with us like this, or are you supposed to return to your bones?
We'll see. I feel like I'm missing a friend.
Well, no arguing with that. We also are missing a friend. Do you happen to know where a certain Yehai Barbarian went?
She's not omnipotent.
All right.
I
An
don't
important
know.
question for Uther as you get to the gate. Do you want to run out into the wilderness of Barovia by yourself at night?
Yes.
There's got to be limits, man.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I said rip and tear until it's done.
So
you know-
you're coming back with a new character next week.
This guy, a month ago, talked all that crap about me fighting hags by myself. He wants to go against 4 vampires by himself.
After
Wait,
I would
it's the
imagine
one
it's
that-
been
and-
more
and
than a
here's-
minute.
Here's my question. Is the one that's lipping, he can't be 2 dashes away because he dropped. So I should be able to catch him.
So before he dropped, they were already 2 turns of dashes away.
Right. So I dropped him and then I ran.
And then on his turn, he gets up because his regeneration just happens. So
he
lost
can't
half-
regenerate. I hit him with chill touch.
Chill touch is necrotic.
Necrotic, bro, you
Regeneration is
healed
only
him.
stopped by sunlight or radiant damage.
Oh, okay. The spell says no. Here, I'm sorry. I think that's the confusion here.
Aren't they undead?
They are undead.
Does necrotic heal?
No,
No.
Depends
It
on
just
the
doesn't
undead.
do as much.
If you
I
hit an
don't think.
undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your turn. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space. Target can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Okay, so you killed one of them, sure.
Okay. I was
No,
just
I
like,
missed that because you had no, without radiant damage, you had no way to kill one. So I was missing that chill touch. I'm like, you're chasing 4 vampires. Into the
you
wilderness
can
with no way to
still kill
any of them.
undead with necrotic. They just have resistance to it most of the time.
Unless it dies completely, it gets its hit points, and it was regaining. So
okay. Oh, my bad. Okay.
Because every turn it gets 10 hit points. And yes, you do feel full damage to it, but
okay, yeah,
the lack of healing I missed. The lack of healing I missed. So you killed the one you were chasing.
Hooray!
There we go. Now I don't run into the wilderness.
Oh, praise
that's
everyone.
I missed that. That's my bad. That I just don't know all the details of all of them. So
Well, it's confusing wording.
No
also.
worries. I forgot to mention.
yeah, that was because for me, from the DM chair, it's so he's going to chase a vampire he can't kill until he's by himself and 4 of them surround him and kill him.
Can't wait.
He's real overconfident in his death magic. That's what it was.
he would have done it.
Yes.
This is Uther we're
That's
talking
the
about.
problem.
Yeah.
All of you come back together at the orphanage.
Thank goodness.
You make your way in. Milavana is sobbing in the front row quietly. Sister Belasco turns and sees you come in, and the bones have been finished. And as you cross that threshold, it's actually a little bit easier for Uther to cross this time than it was before. And as you re-enter the place, the light within that was a dim glow illuminates immensely. You look around and through, even though it's night in Barovia, it's as though there's daylight outside the windows. And Sister Belasca goes to a window to look up, and she kind of gestures over her shoulder for you to come as well. And Irina jogs over to look. And there is this isolated beam of sunlight that cuts through the night and the cloud cover of Barovia and settles over the orphanage itself. The sanctuary, the chapel, feels as though it's high noon in Faerun. It's beautiful within. The light plays through the stained glass and it dances across the pews. It twinkles. And there's a beacon that shines down on St. Andrals' orphanage, thanks to the bones being returned. Sister Belasco turns, and as she turns, she increases in height. And 2 massive wings unfold across her back, one of which is broken and twisted from a wound that never healed.
By the gods.
A huge smile grows on Irina's face. Belasco, my friend. Andrals. Shall we try again? Irina and Andrals combine to look and say yes. Let's show this land the light. And that's where we'll pause for the evening.
Aww.
Aw.
Thank you for hanging around chat. I do encourage you to stick around for the last few minutes as we will go over any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms about what has taken place this session. And spend just a few minutes and a little bit of aftercare. If you have any questions, I want to encourage you to ask them. I have the chat open so that I won't miss any of them. So if you have anything specific to ask, go ahead. If not, we're just going to decompress a little bit and talk about what happened.
Wow. I would like this to reserve a moment at the beginning of the next session. I didn't get a chance, but Leaf was really looking to say something to, especially Solaire, but also to the whole group. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Just remind me of that when we get started.
Yeah, I'm just going
How
to say...
much?
Oh, you can go. No.
I was going to say, how much do you think Uther would murder Bright if Bright at that moment was like, cool, here's the baby, bye. To the angels.
Fight an angel. Fight an angel, Uther.
He would rip the angel's wings apart and eat them.
Try.
And that's
you
why
forgot
I'm
the
not
word
actually
try
gonna do
in there.
There is no try. There's just doing. You guys keep mentioning this try thing. You don't understand when Uther sets his mind to something. He's certain he can do it.
Well, if it wasn't literal divine angels in front of Solaire right now, he probably would have turned to Uther and went, "Look at what my God can do." So,
I dare you to do it.
So Kali has kind of said, "Are you sure Uther shouldn't be on the way to dead?"
He should be. He should be.
Here's the thing. For whatever reason, things have still been working out for Uther. Whether it's the dice going well, whether it's just rewarding very good RP, or whether it's just the tension of the fact that Uther is almost in direct conflict with the rest of, like, with Soul's holy aura he's trying to bring. But it has worked.
highly frustrating.
And the thing that is from the DM chair, the thing that's been interesting about dealing with Uther is there hasn't really been a way to punish Uther that's a real punishment for making the decisions he's making, even though the decisions he's making are problematic for, like, Strahd and other people that are involved. So that's where, this shouldn't he be on the way to dead? That's where it gets kind of interesting. Uther has never been beaten down in any way, in the only way he understands, which is the utter violence. So I think that's part of what's going on. I mean, what would you say?
The problem with him is he's been emboldened. So, like, even if he gets beat down, it's just like, I can't lose because either I kill you or you send me to my best friend. There's really only one way to get to him that will make him change, and it's not killing him, it's not beating him, because if you beat him, it doesn't matter to him. He's just going to death. The key to changing him is Tobias. That's the only real psychological weakness that he has in terms of how he sees things. If he ran out and chased those 4 vampires and they killed him, it is what it is. Like, he does not care. But if something, like, I missed the last episode, but the episode before, he started to have doubts about, am I so bad that I can't be around Tobias anymore? And that was the start of him, like, starting to check himself. But, things kind of wrapped up there, and now he's just back on his bullshit. Like, he was gonna kill that vampire no matter what, because that's the other thing that I love playing about Uther. When Uther gives himself a goal, like, he doesn't care. Like, his first goal was, Tobias is gone, I need to find Tobias, and he was going to burn down all of Barovia to get him. Like, now it's to the point where it's like, even little goals, like, I have to kill that vampire. I don't care about any other vampire in the world. It's that one that has to die.
Start small.
Yeah. So
I mean, like, points for dedication, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, you stick with your goal. Good job. I'm so frustrated at you.
I know. I'm sorry.
We're all frustrated with him, but that's why we love him.
Bright is absolutely fine with what he's doing, because how her family was raised was like, look, you don't need to support what other people are doing, but you need to support other people. And so she's like, look, fine, I will take care of the baby so he can freaking run across Barovia. But also, Ficus's talk last episode had a huge impact on her of, like, you need to think about what your actions are doing to everyone else as well. And so I feel like she's gonna just start laying into Uther soon about that too.
That would probably hit. No lie.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, if you don't change, I'm not watching Tobias anymore. It's just like,
Oh,
well, fuck.
interesting.
I think
Yeah.
it's like,
That's an issue.
I think,
yeah, and I
look,
think
we
it would be
might
a
have to
good
have that talk.
conversation to go back to, because like Ficus
Yeah.
wasn't just addressing
Yeah. Like,
Bright. She was.
Noir, you need to watch that. You need to
It's-
watch that.
It's like a
convo.
5-minute wholesome convo.
It is so
But
good.
like she did, like, because Bright went and like left the kids, and as Bright was walking away, Ficus was very much to Uther like, that was for you too. So I think like that was like an important conversation, and I'm sorry that you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I think
to
if
have
we
you
can like
there.
find it and clip it and send it, so that way
I'll
you don't have to
definitely
watch
peep
it
that.
like 2 hours,
No.
3 hours.
I can try and dig it up on YouTube as well.
The year tips.
I think if you just watched the second half of the session, it was.
It is like literally the last 10 minutes
It's
of
the
the
last
game.
10.
That's probably true. Yeah.
So it was like the
I
last
just
thing. We
listened to
had
the
like a
whole
really
session
heartfelt
again
moment,
today.
and then good night.
So it's fresh in my mind. It was pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I do want to
But yeah.
apologize again for missing that rule on chill touch because it would have
Oh,
ended the chase a lot quicker.
It's such
Yeah,
a
it was
confusing
totally worth
rule.
it.
No, the funny thing is, I didn't want to be punishing Noir for the commitment to the RP of the chase, but at the same time, because I missed that, there was no way for him to win the chase. And then it became, okay, so at what point do I decide to try and kill Uther?
Like 10 episodes ago, my dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, mechanically, the 1 minute isn't all that long. I doubt they would have made it to the gates in 1 minute, in less than a minute, really, like 45
Yeah,
seconds.
I mean,
or
the fear would have worn off, and
Yeah.
essentially, as soon as the fear wears off, the four of them just would have turned on him. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
that's what I was trying to sort out.
Boy, you
But
should
I was trying to figure out also with the good table because I didn't
That was
plan
so
to do.
Explain the good table.
Yeah, I don't
The
know what that
TPK
means.
does really awesome things in
It
that
has-
if
yeah,
we
go ahead.
get money donated, then there is hypothetically a table of different like good things that could happen to us. Like we get a bunch of health potions, or we get different boosts and stuff like that. Or there's a bad table, and we're not going to talk about that because people love us and totally don't give us penalties on accident.
No,
So-
thank you.
Oh,
And these aren't so the
Thanks,
good table
Cobalt.
and bad table aren't just like little boosts. So the good table
They're,
and
like,
bad table they're big.
Yeah.
At least the way that I'll always use them, and this is for those of you in chat. The way we have the outline of some suggestions for them. There'll be a big narrative yes or a big narrative oh shit. That's kind of my plan. And so I have been racking my brain what to do for a good table for a while just in case. And Cole, dropping one and then hopping out.
And then piecing. Like
And
that
then
was such a good
dropping
move.
piece out. So what I decided to do is I wanted to end the fight that went an entire session. I don't really like that the fight went the entire session, but it is a little bit of a reminder of, you guys are just chipping away at these. And if it wasn't for, those,
God.
if it wasn't for those terrible rolls of those 4 vampires, it would have been a little bit tougher. Now,
quite a
would
bit
it have
tougher.
killed you guys or not? I don't know, but it
Like,
might have. Like,
Go
I was
back
planning.
and watch my face during the first hit of the vampires onto the dog, and I was like, that is 2/3 of his health in one hit. We are screwed.
So watching this back through and looking at it from me, those vampires rolled so many natural ones.
They did. I was so happy.
So many
Well,
natural
I think it
ones.
turned for us when we cut them in half.
Yeah.
When you feared all but 2 of them,
Yeah.
so
was
fear
clutch.
is such a powerful ability. It's
We
so
love
strong
paladins.
mechanically. So strong mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
And so, dealing with the fear of them running, and what happens when that wears off, or if that wouldn't have hit as many of them as it did. Soul got knocked down to half health in a round.
One
and a half.
round.
Yeah.
So So it was an interesting thing. So the fight drug on for a while because damage dealing was on the low end for you guys, except for really
No?
Leaf doing
had some-
It was
damage
really
would have been-
Solaire doing all the work.
Yeah.
Solar was doing a huge
We
amount
gotta
of
get
damage.
magic weapons on all y'all.
Leaf's damage would, if Leaf didn't have the amount of stacked single target damage that he could do. Sir Heckalot just checked.
Thank you,
the
Sir Heck.
conversation time is at 2 hours and 3 minutes in.
No,
You
that's
are
the
awesome, Sir
conversation
Heck-a-lot.
TM.
Oh, the conversation.
The conversation TM.
Thank you, Sir Heck.
You're the best.
So there might be, and if there's anything that I can instill in you guys as players of these characters and the feeling that all of your characters would have had, none of the characters in that fight felt like they were doing damage to get anywhere.
Totally,
Other
it felt like we were
than-
getting nowhere.
So even though you won the fight, which is great and worked out for me because I'd rather not just.
But it was kind of like by the skin of our teeth.
That's what was trying to get us to run after we killed the head vampire. I'm
I
like,
figured you'd kill one, grab the bones, and run.
that's
and
what I
then
was
when you
hoping.
This is us.
But at the point that you feared 4 of them, it's like, oh wait, this suddenly became a winnable fight.
Yeah.
They're going to be here for the next hour and a half.
That's why Leaf was like, where are you two running? What are you doing? We can end this now. But that was awesome. I'm glad that they didn't stay.
Here's the other thing about that. This is kind of my last comment on that fight. Milovana still wants to know what happened to Yeshka.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
have to
we
pick that
said
up.
that's next.
So
On our to-do
that's-
list.
It's next
That's
on
the
our
to-do
list.
so we've got at the moment Soul completely tapped out.
I got
Oh,
2
yeah.
spells.
Spell slots. So keep track of where all of your stuff is.
I mean, Ficus is at full health. She's had like
Baby.
a pretty okay time right now.
I have 2 spell slots left, and then my dog has 5 hit points. But other than that, I'm full health. But I don't plan on changing that. I'm not
No.
getting into fights. Low key, all of y'all with your like, oh, Bright, you should totally be helping in this fight, have clearly never played an artificer before, because I have exactly one thing that can hurt anybody ever.
No, you don't. You can produce flame. That's an attack
That is a
spell.
freaking cantrip.
Yeah, but it's still an attack.
Chill Touch is a cantrip and it stops them from healing and gives disadvantage.
Produce
Hey,
flame
well,
is
Cantrips are
actually
dope.
pretty
Produce flame
powerful
doesn't
for a
do
cantrip.
anything except fire.
You could have
That's
set
it.
the house on fire.
I'm
I
not
kept
doing
saying.
property damage unless I have to.
But she's
I can
level
steal
5,
from
so
the-
it's a 2d8 cantrip.
I could steal
Yep.
from the dead. I cannot steal and burn down houses at whim. I'm not Uther. I have a moral code. Sorry.
No,
I,
I mean,
don't, and
and
I'm
to be
still
fair,
here.
you don't. You know, Bright doesn't have to be. I love
No.
that she's a very
I
much of.
I
a,
also love that, but like in the
support.
past 2 episodes, Ficus is like, "Oh, you're holding back. You could totally do this." And then and then Leaf is like, "Get in the fight. You're useful." And I'm like, "I'm not. I
It's
am not."
awesome. It's great.
That's
RP.
why I was like,
It's a
Go
month
get
of
your
quit
information.
starting fights so far away from me to immediately running down the
because
stairs.
I can
Yeah.
buff people, and y'all took the buffs, and then I got out of there. That's how it's supposed to go.
You went to Uther and said, I don't have a useful buff for you right now. So
That was awesome.
Yeah, because he wanted to run and chase rooftops. Okay, when we're in a
I was
regular
chasing
battle,
vampires on
can
rooftops, which is dope.
Yes, you looked very good, but I have no buffs for the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
For now.
we'll work on it. Yeah, we
I
can always
do
flavor it.
have fairy fire. I guess that's an
Fairy
aesthetic.
Fire was dope. It's just that vampire spawn have such high decks.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know,
They have a
that's
+6 to their save.
I was super frustrated
hurt.
with that. That
So
definitely.
I do have
hurt.
another question for you guys, and then we'll kind of wrap up our little aftercare session here. So again, the fight went ridiculously longer than I thought that it would. So rather than reaching the milestone like I thought we would, we did not reach the milestone. So you guys have yet to figure out what you're going to do about Yeshka. We take care of that, and that will be a story milestone.
Okay,
Um,
but we're literally in the presence of angels right now. I feel like that's worth some XP.
Or some healing. At least we could get some healing before we send everyone out the door.
Yeah.
That's what I will plead from the angels. Be like, look at how wounded he is. He cares for you so much.
He did this in your service.
Yep.
We'll have to see. The question is, so whatever you want to do to deal with the Eshka situation, whichever direction you want to go, there is the question of what happens next. So you guys have the list of quests that you're looking at.
What happens next is we sit Irina down and have a long ass conversation.
So that's good because that helps me. And I know that for weeks now, Gregory/Leaf has wanted to have a long ass conversation with Irina. And now that conversation gets even longer because of what happened, which is lots of fun. So I guess the question that I do want to ask, because it affects my prep for the next couple of weeks, would you guys rather head west toward the Wizard of Wines, which you already talked about to some extent, or do you want to go south toward one of these follow-ups to these relics that you've been dealing or looking
Those family murdering, not Vistani, do not deserve wine. We are not going there.
Well, no, wouldn't we be, if we were doing the wine guide, wouldn't that help get the wine back to town?
That would help get the wine to the random bar that we stopped in, and it would help the Vistani that we don't like.
Yeah, for real. So we need to focus on bringing the three ladies
go
back.
sit in the corner.
Like, I'm okay with doing the wine thing if it's like en route to managing something else. But I'm more focused on, and again, that ties back to why Gregory/Leaf so much wants to have a conversation with Irina. It's like it's like, and actually it would probably be a fair bit of asking Bright some of the same questions of like, look, we've been given some information, but there's so much missing right now. None of us really knows what we're supposed to be doing except maybe you, but we need to like uncover that so we can actually head in the right direction. Otherwise we're just like spinning our wheels and going nowhere. That being said, the children were a huge priority for everyone in the group, I think, even if we didn't like really outwardly make a big deal about it. I think it was like that needed to be resolved.
Didn't outwardly make a big deal. Y'all spent like 20 minutes at the beginning of last episode being like, leave the kids, leave the kids, leave the kids.
Yeah, that's what I said. Get them to safety. Like, we had to save them from the I'm going back, I guess, 2 sessions. Like, we had to save them from the windmill and then make sure that they were okay.
Yeah.
That was big priority.
And now we left them at Divine Protected Orphanage. Yeah. 2 angels. And so
like
just gonna
might
vote.
Be going with us.
Probably, maybe. And so is just easily gonna vote wherever the angels point them to. So story wise, wherever you pick, if Irina goes there, he's probably following.
Yeah, I think if the angels are involved, because I think we're all going to be asking questions of them. Like, if there's any type of like divine intervention of us like discussing our readings with them, like what we were previously told, like maybe they have more insight onto our readings than we do. If this ghost that's here with Irina was actually like a part of, or angel ghost was actually like a part of Strahd's universe so much further in the past, like maybe they have more insight onto what's actually been going on this whole time, because
Bright has suspicions and ideas. She's got a notebook full of red string that she's going to be presenting.
Yes, bring that notebook of red string.
So I imagine for the next session, we would go try to help our new friend's girlfriend, ? And then come back to the chapel or to the orphanage/chapel to have that conversation.
Yep. So I will plan that then, and we'll plan, hopefully, the way that things are put together, most of the session will be that conversation.
Also, I'm going to sit Uther down. Talk about the baby.
The baby.
Best of luck.
Yep.
Love
you too.
You can try. Not to say try.
You can
All
certainly try.
Well, that will be us for the evening then. I hope the chat, if you stuck
Thank
around, I hope
everyone.
you enjoyed our little chit chat after. It's really our way of touching base, making sure everyone still had fun. This session was a little bit different than most of our sessions. Sometimes we go months without rolling dice like this. This time we went hours constantly rolling dice. It's all part of it.
Oh, hey, yo, critical misses. What up? Guess what? We're about to leave. I'm so sorry.
we're just now saying goodbye.
Oh, buddy.
We still appreciate you.
Hi, thanks. This is great. Do you want to go raid somebody else with us?
Who do we want to raid?